Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of What You Think right here. Broadcast live from downtown Las Vegas. I'm your host, Quan59. Follow me at Quan59 on all social media. And we got the man, the myth, the legend, Jamal Hill back in the building. What's good?
What's good, brother? What's happening? Man, a lot of action going on. A lot of things happening. A lot of things in motion. Appreciate y'all tapping in and sharing what y'all think with us. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about in the NBA and other news, too. We're going to talk about some NFL, some UFC. We're ending a certain month, and we're going to talk about UFC not participating in everything in that month. But we have a lot to talk about. If you want to comment and have your comment read on the show, and let us know, man. We're going to be talking about LeBron James. Where's LeBron James going? If you want your comment read, just send us a super chat, and we will read every single super chat comment on the show live here. If you have any questions for Jamal that have nothing to do with the topic we're talking about, you can let us know too on there. So, yeah, hit us up. Got another special guest in the building. Last night was fun, Jamal. We had a whole panel in here. This is spontaneous. We were supposed to go live tomorrow,
right?
But so much happened in the NBA today that we're like, man, we got to go live now. So that's why we're actually live today. So we are going live at least every Monday, but probably another day in the week too. So. But last night was fun, man, with the panel.
Great conversation. Young Dog came in. I wasn't familiar with his content, but his content is like, it's going up, bro. He's tapped in. The industry plant thing might be a thing with him, bro. He might be a plant, bro. But
yeah, I kind of think he is.
Yo, he was all right. He was all right vibe. He was good. He was good vibes. Held a good, pretty good conversation. Hoping to bring it back and replicate it with our guest tonight.
Yes, sir. And we got my man. He's been on Unnamed Sports Show with me many times as a guest co-host, and he is back in the building to talk NBA. LeBron James' biggest fan. We got Che Jones in the building. How you feeling? Hold on, that's the wrong. Hold on. I got so many mic inputs over here. I had the wrong one. All right, there you go.
LeBron James' biggest fan, huh? That's okay. Okay. Yeah, man, it's always good to be back here, man. It's like this is home court, so I love being here. Love being here with you, despite you being you. But yeah, I love it.
I think the same thing about him sometimes too.
He does, but I like bringing you on, especially for basketball talk, right?
Indeed,
because you are a basketball expert. I would say, coach, player. You still play. You still balling.
Yeah.
At your ripe age. How old are you now?
55.
55, still
I'm
hitting the
going to be
courts?
50 in October, bro.
Okay.
You be 50 in October?
Going to be 50 in October.
Okay.
I'm hitting the five.
I got in my 30s
Smallest
and
little
I
baby.
got step on the court. It was like, chill out.
Yeah.
What you doing? My boy, what are you doing? Basketball?
Have you ever torn anything? ACL, Achilles?
You know, it's funny you say that, man. I mean, my wife and I were just having this conversation today. I've been fortunate. I've never had any injury. I've never broken anything. I've dislocated something, but nothing serious. I've never sat out a game. I've never missed a practice.
Wow.
That's the thing I'm most proud about. I tell my sons, your responsibility to your team is not to be a star. It's to be available. It's to be reliable. And I've always been available. I've always been reliable.
Yeah.
So.
Jamal, have you ever got hurt on the court?
Man, bro, shit. I lost a world title on the court, dog. I was a champion of the world and tore my Achilles playing basketball. I had to vacate my title. So I've dealt with my injuries on the court.
Yeah.
But before that, I'd never been injured in my life. Like I say, the first injury that I really dealt with is when I got my elbow dislocated in the Paul Craig fight, and that I had a pretty solid mindset through that, and I was able to bounce back quick. I bounced back. Three finishes, 4 fight was the title, and that's how I won the title.
Yeah.
Off of that, so I kind of
That's a unique perspective because from my vantage point, as soon as we start fighting and you hit me, I'm injured.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. He's like, no, I've never been injured. I was like, aren't you a fighter?
That's an injury. That's an injury. The black eye's injury. The
first punch was an injury. You know what I mean?
Before the UFC, I didn't get hit. I literally really didn't get hit.
Yeah.
In the UFC, I started getting touched a little bit.
Yeah.
Got up to the top 5. Got up to the top 15. You got a little rough.
Yeah.
Top 10, I ate some shots.
But that shows how good UFC fighters are, right? Because how many fights did you fight?
Top 5, it's been scraps.
But how many fights did you fight in regional and all this stuff before you even got to the UFC?
Yeah.
And when you get to the top of the UFC, like how good the fighters are, that's why people in the comments that be talking junk It's like they're one of the best fighters in the entire world if you're in the UFC.
Yes.
If you're top 15 in your weight class, you're one of the best fighters in the entire world.
If you're top 5, you're generational.
Exactly.
Top
you've
5
heard me
is
say
a generational talent.
many times. There's no such thing as a bad basketball player in the NBA.
Yeah.
I remember, I was always quick, I was always fast, and I remember Lenny Wilkins saying to me, he was like, listen, speed doesn't mean anything if you can't change speed. You can't, it doesn't mean anything. How fast you are means nothing if you can't switch gears, right? And I realized once I started, the higher the level I got, how fast I was didn't mean anything. How quick I could accelerate, how quick I could decelerate was the most important thing. So it's crazy that you say that because, and I guess it's all relative when you look at that higher level, upper echelon of playing any sport. It gets more difficult the higher you get, and the things that you thought were important when you were young don't mean anything anymore.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, bro, it's definitely been an experience, but I'm blessed though. I'm happy for it. This is what I wanted. This is what I dreamed of.
Yeah,
so I'm living the life that I've dreamed of. So I can't really complain.
Man, that's dope.
I can't really complain,
that's
even
dope.
with the adversity and everything that I've dealt with. I've had a knee surgery now too, on top of the Achilles surgery since then as well, and I'm still in recovery right now. But I'm just. There's something that I seen. There's something we seen. We're gonna talk about it. But I seen something that actually just put a lot of things in perspective.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Got
Especially recently, because I've been the world isn't easy on me being injured. Even going through the things that I've gone through. Being injured, not being able to be where I am, and having to deal with these things, and then just having every negative thing on my back with that. Yeah. It's just been what it is. But I, as always, and Quan talks to me about it sometimes. He's like, bro, you blessed. Yeah. You know what I mean, this is what you asked for. Yeah. And
heavy is the
I've never been disrespected. Any of the bullshit, any of the narratives, or any of the things that's going around is all like internet tough guy, troll, fan talk. Every single UFC fighter that I've ever interacted with, they've always respected me.
Yeah.
They've all shown nothing but respect. I've never been disrespected by a UFC fighter, somebody that has climbed and walked the same ladder.
Exactly.
Climbed the ladder and walked them same steps that I've walked.
Yeah.
I mean, and understand what I had to go through to do to even be established and be who I am.
Right.
So and I appreciate them. I shout out to y'all, shout out to all the fighters, the real fans that actually show love and respect for what we do and everything like that though.
I'm glad you say that, man, because a lot of people think it's a bullshit narrative when we talk about how much we respect WNBA players. And people don't understand that when you have done a certain thing and you have dedicated your life, it has become everything. From the moment you wake up to the moment you put your head on the pillow. When someone else has done that, there's an inalienable level of respect that comes with that you can't even put into words. So when I see a girl come off of a pin down and knock down a shot, I know what it takes to do that. You don't luck into that. Right? You don't look into that. That's repetition. That's hours. And that's not only you putting in the time, but you have to put in the time and go through a lot of failure before you get to the success. So when you see another person that's gone through what you've gone through, you respect it. Like you said, it's the internet tough guys. It's the dudes that never made the JV basketball team that want to pass judgment on whether or not Bronny James belongs in the NBA.
Right.
When you understand, you don't just show up to this job, especially not what you do. You know what I mean? You can't.
Even basketball, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I didn't play in college none, but I was a hooper. Like, I could really. I was nice. I've spent, bro, the amount of time I've spent on a basketball court shooting. Like, I've been in my head all night one night and just like, bro, as soon as the light touch up, I'm at the park. I'm from the Midwest, so in Michigan.
Where?
Michigan.
Oh,
Grand
man,
Rapids, Michigan.
I loved you, bro. I loved you, man. I went to Ohio State.
Okay.
Now, what part of Michigan?
Grand Rapids.
What?
Grand Rapids.
Okay,
West
I coached
Michigan.
at Albion College for years, man. I coached at Albion College for years. I coached up at Glen Oaks and Centerville. I love Michigan, actually, man. I love being out there. It was a wonderful place, man. Ann Arbor is a place I wouldn't take my worst enemy. But other than that, Grand Rapids, let me tell you something.
I am Go Blue. That's my squad.
Listen, I was there for a year and didn't even know about it. And I was recruiting. Went up to South Haven, and I was like, it looks like a beach over there. Go over there. One of the most beautiful beaches in the country.
Yes.
My wife and I, with the kids, we spent probably every other weekend there, every summer for 3 years, right? Yeah. I'd post pictures. People would be like, where you guys out? Miami? We at
South Haven,
it's
Grand Haven.
unbelievable, man.
Lake Michigan
Michigan
as
is
a
amazing.
whole,
It's amazing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and that's coming from a Buckeye,
It
man.
is.
I loved being out there, man. So, but yeah, everybody has their flaws, man. I mean,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like cold, but it used to be cold. I used to shovel off the court,
Yep.
take a shovel and the ball up to the court, shovel off the court, bro, and I just get my jump shots in. I really thought NBA was my
What
my
high school you
thing.
went to?
I went to Rogers High School. It's not even.
Okay.
It don't even exist anymore. It don't exist anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, I went to Rogers High School. But a lot of it is like the guidance to get there for basketball. I ain't have it. I didn't even know what AAU was until I graduated.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I never played AAU. I never did any. I just did like rec leagues. I hooped at the park and all those things. So like, I had the raw talent, but the skill set and the things that I need to know about the game, I didn't learn that.
So when did you graduate high school?
I graduated in 2009.
Okay, I was out there. I was coaching at Albion in 2008. So
Okay.
you came out with Appling and all them dudes. Keith Appling played in Michigan State. Who the Valentines, the Valentine brothers over there.
So they were those were college guys. That was a little after me. So
Yeah,
that was a little
yeah.
after me.
Yeah.
So outside of like as far as high school, the ballers that I knew, those are like pretty local, fairly local to like around the area, like West Michigan area, or like, you know what I mean, in like our region. So like I was around guys like his name was like Corey Van Dusen. He was like Mr. Basketball. That boy was nice.
Yes.
That boy was nice.
Yes.
You know about him, that boy was
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
Duke Mundy.
Duke
Mundy,
yeah.
yeah. So I played against those.
Okay.
I played with those like what's that boy name from uni? Tom Snickers.
Not familiar with Snickers.
He's big dude, bro.
Yeah, I was close with
bro. This dude was one dude we played against. The biggest dude we played against. This dude's name was like Luke Palmer. This dude was like 6'10", 6'11", bro. Like could move.
Yeah,
could move.
And that's what I was going to touch on is the fact that if he was in Las Vegas, he's a player of the year at the 4 or the 5. But in Michigan. Nah.
Too many.
Nah, we got some ball. We got some ballers.
2010, there were 7. They had the list of top 50 at every position.
No.
There were 7 7-footers in the class of 2010.
Bro, there was like 6 of them in our conference.
Yes.
So one of the teams, so I'd say Zeeland West, dude, their entire team.
Zeeland West, yes.
Zeeland West, their entire team was ginormous.
Yes.
Like they ran a 3-2. When they put their arms, they covered the entire perimeter.
Yeah.
They covered the entire perimeter. So we played against them. We played against Zeeland. That was Zeeland West.
Was it
Zeeland
Grand Blanc
East.
over? No, Grand Blanc was on the other side, right?
East. Yeah. So he was at
okay.
East. Just they had 7-footers, 7-foot center, 7-foot PG, and a backup 7. The shortest dude, and that was Corey Van Dusen, was the shortest dude on their lineup. He was like 6'2".
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Michigan had in the Grand Rapids area had good football and basketball.
Yeah, football was ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
football was ridiculous. We had 2 teams that was ranked in the top 5 nationally, like for like 10 years. So we
Grand
had
Valley State sent guys to the NFL regularly. Regularly.
Yeah. So we had you heard of Muskegon Big Reds, Muskegon Heights. So we played. That was our first game of the season.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was our first game of the season.
The future Michigan State team.
Yeah, essentially everybody off of that team got recruited.
Rockford, okay.
Rockford was like that, and then East Grand Rapids.
East Grand
Rapids won like 6 straight to state titles.
Yeah, so I'll be up in that area recruiting quite a bit, man. Like I said, I was at a Division III school.
I grew up with some athletes, bro, and that's another thing. Like I even send a shout out to all the guys I grew up hooping with, like at the park and everything like that. Yeah, like that's how I built a lot of brotherhood, a lot
resilience
of resilience
too, your toughness.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like all of that, like a lot of the things that fighting translated very easily to me. I think a lot of that had to do with the upbringing that I had growing up, being competitive with my brothers, being competitive with my boys. Like we always just wanted to compete. You know what I mean? So we get a ball, we see a field, bro. What's up? You can't tackle you. You think you can tackle me? You know what I mean? So that's just how I grew up. Just always ready to go.
So I grew up here, but I was born in Columbus, Ohio. So once my brother and I both were born in Columbus, Ohio. So once the snow cleared during the blizzard of '77, my mom was out of there. So he ended up growing up here, and I love it. But my Midwestern roots are strong. You know, football was everybody in my family played football, and here I come, the smallest playing basketball. You know, but yeah, man, that Michigan high school sports in general,
fun.
Was, I coached at Albion College, and in our conference was Hope and Calvin.
Yeah,
and they would play a game They was ranked, I forget what year it was, but ESPN ranked it one of the top 10 rivalries in college sports. They played at the Breslin and sold it out.
Bro.
This is Division III schools.
Bro.
No joke,
and
man. No
incredible,
joke.
incredible game, incredible play.
Yeah.
So you was there. You were there then. Were you around in like 06?
At Albion?
No, like around like the Midwest.
No, I was in Wyoming in 06, but I got there.
The state of Wyoming or Wyoming?
State of Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah, not Wyoming.
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 Yeah, okay. That's,
Wyoming
that's
had
in my high school where Wyoming was
okay,
in, was in there.
they had a little Puerto Rican point guard that, man, I wanted this kid so bad at Albion. And I can't remember his name right now. I want to say Cisneros. I can't remember his name. But he was tough. His dad was the coach there.
No, he wasn't Puerto Rican. You talking about Brock Vanderclay. Talking about Vanderclay? But that boy, I played against him when he was a freshman, bro.
Yes.
That boy could play.
Yes.
That was our rival school.
And he ended up going somewhere.
I think he went to Aquinas. They had the
Yes,
other boy.
it was
they
in our
had,
conference. It was
yeah.
in our conference.
They had Brian Powell too.
Yep.
That boy was
Yeah,
man. This is the first kid. This is the first kid that I ever seen that could just come across the half court line and just pull that bitch.
Yeah.
Like I just pull it, pulling from half
Yeah.
court. He was hitting that shit, dog.
Man, I'm telling
he
you,
was hitting that shit.
we need, and that's why I've been pushing this for Nevada State. We need small
out there.
college athletics. I'm telling you,
It's
because
great.
in the
It's good ball.
Midwest, and matter of fact, when I was in Albion, where did Dustin Pfeiffer go? Findlay, Ohio, beat Ohio State at the shot, and that year Ohio State won the NIT.
You know?
That's how good those that Division II, Division III, and like I said, Grand Valley State. You watch
Grand
the
Valley
NFL
State
game,
is
there'll
gone.
be 2 guys on the roster regularly. Grand Valley
So
State has
the
guys.
one of they, she might have, Jasmine Padina.
No,
Padina,
not
she was a
familiar.
girl. She went to Grand Valley. I think she like up there. She might have. I think she might have broke the scoring record there.
Okay.
So I grew up hooping with her. She grew up balling with us.
All right,
I mean, we had her. Saisha Gori. She went to Michigan.
okay.
Went to Michigan. She grew up hooping with us at the school. Like, yeah, bro. We used to.
When I was there, I saw Keith Applin break Antoine Jobert's scoring record in the state finals against my guy was coaching at Kalamazoo Central at the time, Mike Thomas. He's now in Saginaw. He's from Saginaw. But they were playing against him. Keith Applin dropped 49 effortlessly. And he ended up going to Michigan State, but he got into some trouble at Michigan State, and Izzo had to let him go. But, man, that Michigan basketball was solid, man. I
got a couple guys that dropped 40, 45. My boy Darwin, he wouldn't even, nobody's ever heard of this kid. Boy was a walking bucket, bro. Dominican kid, bro. Dominican kid walking. That might be who you talking about, actually. If you talking about a Dominican kid.
6 foot, 6'1"?
He wasn't 6 foot. Darwin was maybe like 5'9", 5'10". He's maybe about 5'9", 5'10", long ponytail.
But his father was the coach. His father was one of the assistant coaches.
I don't know if his dad was a coach, but that boy Darwin had work. He played Godwin. I remember when they played Godwin.
Okay.
They played Godwin. He dropped like 44 on Godwin. So
so I used to coach Camp Darrell. I used to coach
Okay.
Camp Darrell, and I was tight with TJ Ford and all those guys in the AAU
Oh
circuit out there.
TJ Ford was dog. He could ball.
Yeah,
he could
yeah.
ball. Forest Hills.
Forest Hills.
Yeah. I remember
Forest
TJ.
Hills. Yeah.
I remember TJ.
Yeah, man, it's solid. It's
He
solid
played. So
sports
he
out
was
there.
a senior when I was a freshman.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was a senior when I was a freshman.
Gotcha.
So yeah, bro, I hoop with some. I hoop
Michigan's
with
a
some
wild
ballers.
place, man. Michigan,
Yeah,
man, I will say this to you.
Welcome to the Michigan basketball talk show with Coach K and Jamal
Hey,
Hill.
bro, when I get to
man,
growing up
No,
playing
he's the
athletics
same, man, because
was fun, bro.
The fact every time I bring him on with somebody that he doesn't even know, they know so many of the same people or
Right.
been in the same area.
Yeah, it's 6
Especially
degrees
with
of separation,
basketball, right?
man. Basketball
Yeah,
communities are
I
small.
thought basketball was gonna be was my it. I played semi-pro football too.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I was just good at everything.
Yeah,
I was good
yeah.
at everything that I did. I was one of those kids that was just like naturally gifted, naturally talented,
Right.
and I just have a mind for putting things together. So, I just didn't know what I want to do. And
So,
then I didn't
can
have
I
the
go into my
guidance in
question I was
basketball.
going to ask earlier?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
This is what I was, and you kind of answered it, but I have a good friend of mine who literally has never. I went to school right here at Vegas High School before it was this academy when it was you majored in fighting and cussing. One of my best friends graduated with me. He's literally beat up probably the toughest people in the city. He's never started a fight. He's ended every one of them. The dude's a real life Black Panther. Like I saw him fighting 6 gangbangers I won't say what game. He's
Right.
fighting 6 gangbangers at the same time, and he's just destroying everybody. He does judo, so you know how judo is. Like you make the mistake,
most game
you
makers
pay,
can't fight.
right? Yeah, you know what I
They
mean.
can't
And he
fight.
is just ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And he went through the circuit, going to, but the streets was calling him. You know what I mean? But my thing is this: at what point in time, what made you say, okay, it's not football, not basketball, it's not boxing, it's UFC? Like what makes you go that? Because when I watch, I love it because it's better than
dangerous.
watching World Star. It's like World Star with some referee. It's like I love it, right?
World Star with
But the
referee.
truth
Yeah,
of the
for sure.
matter is, it ain't for everybody.
No,
like you take
no,
a person
it's not.
like Charles Oakley, who's a known bully, he get his ass from 10 seconds in there.
Yeah.
Like it ain't no joke. Like you know what I mean. So my thing is, at what point, what clicks to make you say, yeah, that's for me? You know. Because I don't
I'd
feel
have
like
to-
it falls in your lap.
Right.
You know?
So coming out of high school, I had a partial scholarship to go
Okay.
play for Davenport.
Okay,
Wasn't
yeah,
a full, wasn't a full ride, but it was a partial.
NAI.
And right.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I'm like, I'm gonna incur debt. While I'm filling out the paperwork and everything, I'm looking at the loan now. So now I'm like, bro, I'm gonna incur debt. And basketball, I believe in myself, but realistically, I haven't gotten the results that I wanted to this far. And then at this point, I just learned about AAU. When I learned about AAU and the exposure that I missed, I was like, it was demoralizing.
Demoralizing. You
It
realize
was
you're behind
demoralizing.
everybody.
Yeah, bro. It was demoralizing. So it's like,
Yeah.
do I really want to go into debt and I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up or any of that?
Gotcha,
You know what I mean?
gotcha.
So if this don't work out, that's one thing my parents, my pops was always about, like, yo, what a backup plan? What's your
Yeah.
game? What's your
Feel you.
plan B?
What are you, 6'3",
Always
6'2"?
have-
What are you?
I'm 6'4".
6'4"?
6'4".
Yeah.
So
I wish you would have been wondering what your future hold when walked past me. We'd have figured it out together.
and I would have listened. I was down to lesson, and I think that's a lot that took me to my coach because I found my gym. I saw Anderson Silva fight Forrest Griffin.
Okay.
That was like, oh, it's people that can whoop ass like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't want to run into nobody like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So
I
when you
wanted
like
to learn
knocking,
that.
you knocking people out in the neighborhood, or you just like just
I've
a
been
normal?
knocking people out my entire life.
Okay.
I've been knocking people out my entire life. I've always been in fights. I've been in, bro, countless fights growing up.
Troublemaker or fighter?
or both.
Both. It was like a blending of both, but also
Okay.
though a lot of the times I got into fights. I got into fights because of a lot all over like the people, like my people. Like somebody trying to punk this person. I don't like people
Bullies.
that try to.
Man, sounds
I don't
just
like
like
people
my
that
guy.
try to like. I don't like. I understand some people gonna have to eat shit. You get
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
So some people
right.
gonna get picked on. They're gonna be the punching bag to a degree.
Yeah.
So like I'm all right with you giving somebody shit. I feel like it builds character. Right?
Right.
A little bit
Gotcha,
of bullying
gotcha,
builds a little bit
gotcha.
of character. But once you see he not about nothing and you just trying to punk him now, you trying to go over the top
Yeah.
and make you seem like you just like
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
Now I got a problem with you.
And he proving my theory. Like I've
Yeah,
said this to
nah, I
people
got
all
a
the time.
problem with
The toughest people I know don't fuck with people.
Nah.
They handle it. They end it.
Yeah.
I don't like
You know?
and it sounds crazy. I don't like hurting people.
Yeah.
I don't like hurting people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
I feel
I'm
you.
just a gangster on
I
the
feel
sports. But I truly don't like hurting people. I fought people even when I was a kid and beat the shit out of them and then went back and apologized to them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just not so just fighting.
But those
is just
people
never
you
gonna work.
whooped when you were a kid, right? They're looking at you now like, at least I got beat by a UFC fighter,
Oh,
right?
they
Yeah,
probably talking
yeah.
stuff now. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
no, for
I only
sure.
got one loss.
But wouldn't that be dope to be able to grow up and be like, well, at least my one loss was a UFC, a future
Yeah,
UFC
my boy
fighter.
Eddie
you know?
Blackwell, man, my boy Eddie Blackwell, we got them boys up on a basketball court one time. We was hooping. We got them things up we actually draw. We actually tied. Like, you snuffed me, I done snuffed you. Like, we good, bro. Let's just ball. And we
Yeah.
shook up and we balled, bro. We
Yeah.
balled. Me and him, and I'm gonna be real. Me and him been closer since that day. Like we actually locked
Well,
in
they
after
say
that.
James Johnson, if he was born 10 years later, he would never play basketball.
It would have been MMA.
Yeah, they
It would've
said
been
that
MMA.
he is just.
Because he trains MMA.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
and his brothers, his father.
everybody
Yeah.
knows not to fight him
Yeah.
if there's
What
a
I love
fight
to
on
see,
the
I love to
basketball
see
court.
Jameer Gibbs has been getting in. He went in and trained with Joaquin.
Okay.
He's been going to the MMA gyms and getting in things. Because MMA teaches you a different body control and different leverage of filling
Yeah.
people out. And he said that, and I love that, bro. I love that. I want him to keep grinding.
Now tell me this: Can all fighters fight UFC, or can all UFC fighters? I mean, can all boxers fight UFC, and can all UFC fighters box, or one can and one can't? Like,
But ain't no boxers coming to the UFC.
Yeah.
They're not coming to the UFC with no success like that. Like how
So
that's
you
why,
guys will fare better in the boxing ring than they would.
yeah, because boxing is still a part of what we do.
Gotcha.
So you have to train boxing to
Gotcha.
some degree.
Gotcha.
They don't train takedowns. They're not training to defend submission.
Yeah, they're training one thing the whole time.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And grappling is, bro. This no bueno, bro. This isn't no. We could get into a fight right now. You could throw a lucky punch, and you just timed it just right in the catch, and it knocks me out.
Yeah.
If I grab you, I've never seen anybody get a lucky submission.
Yeah. My brother laughing right now because don't grab me.
You know what I mean?
That's a joke. I don't fuck with the grabbing.
But you get what I'm saying though. Like the grappling is a whole different. Like I'm talking like.
So wrestlers have a better chance than boxers. Would you say?
In what?
In UFC.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of wrestlers that were just wrestlers. Bo
Wrestlers
Nichols.
have dominated good time periods of
So if there's
MMA.
anything that translated would be wrestling, you would say more?
Nah. I think boxing, if you learn boxing well in MMA, that is it's a trump card. It's a very dominant card.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna most important things I would say to learn, wrestling and boxing.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
Wrestling and boxing. Because wrestling will keep you on your feet and be able to dictate where the fight's gonna take place. And then boxing is good angles, footwork, and defensive responsibility. Get hit without being hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So those two are recipes to win a fight. Now, I think jiu-jitsu is just as important. It's just as important as wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe a wrestling base helps you more because it can avoid taking you to where you don't want to be.
So like I'm sure you know Dewey Cooper.
Yeah, I train with Dewey.
Yeah,
You was with him last
Dewey's
week.
one of my best friends. He's like my little brother. We went to Vegas High School together.
Okay.
And throughout school, first of all, Dewey was skinny,
Yeah.
like Snoop Dogg, skinny,
Yeah.
and just kind of heart,
Yeah.
just a loving person. You never really, very seldom you see him get mad, you know. But I remember one day watching him, I was like, yo, I didn't know he was nice like that, you know.
World
Get out of
champion.
high school, next thing you know, boom, he's getting it done, man. And that also gave me a different perspective on a lot of that stuff because this is a guy that I've known
You actually seen it.
most of my life. And I remember at 12, 13 years old, 13, 14 years old, he was already training. So, UFC isn't, I didn't make it in football, I didn't make it in boxing, so I'm going to UFC. These are dudes that have dedicated their lives to this sport. So I always wondered what kind of gets you there. I think now it's a little different for kids, right? Because kids can kind of get into it at an earlier age than they could.
Yeah, I didn't start
25
training
years
until I
ago.
was 18.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was comfortable with violence already just for the simple fact of fighting my entire life. Growing up, fighting my brothers, fighting my friends, fighting just random people, things like that.
And you don't
I
have
was
to
involved
temper
in
it.
some stuff that I ain't really have. I wasn't supposed to be involved into.
You don't have to temper that violent streak in UFC like you do in boxing, huh? It helps you. It fuels you, right?
Bro, I think it's the same, bro. You got to
Really?
channel it because raging out ain't gonna do you no benefit in either one.
Yeah.
Just like raging out don't do you no good in basketball. If I can get in your head and I can get you to be like, yo, I'm just gonna kill this dude. I'm just gonna attack him all day.
Yeah.
Now we ain't gotta worry about your teammates.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Perfect.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't, just like it doesn't help you there, it doesn't help you. The best thing is relax, calm, understand.
Bruce Lee.
The thing
Calm is a superpower.
Be water. Be water.
Yeah.
That was one of the best analogies. That was one of the best analogies of fighting ever. You know, but I think the things that made me really, really good at fighting, as well as other things too, like at basketball too, was I understood where I was, what my options were, and what the person I'm going against is trying to do.
Yeah.
I always
I see
had a
that.
good way
I
of
see
getting
that.
in people's head,
Yeah.
right? Because even basketball, right? So I'm right-handed, but I dribble better with my left hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I just come down, making it seem like I just don't know nothing with my left. The minute the ball touch my hand, that first step, you cooked.
Yeah,
you
got
cooked.
you, got you,
You know what I
got
mean?
you.
I beat people off the first step repeatedly.
Right.
Repeatedly because I'm big. I was bigger, but I was fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
quick, so I had it. So I was able to do that. So if you were a guard, you were smaller than me, and I beat you, and I get past you that first step, you're never getting back in front of position.
Yeah.
You'll never get in position to block the ball again. So I'm gonna put you here or something. And let's say you able to cut me off. I had a nice spin move. My spin move, I use my whole body.
I always hated big guys with a spin move. Little guys with a spin move is one thing. The big guys,
because I have the complete option to go finish on either side, wherever I want to finish at the run. After I get to a certain point, Wherever I want to
That's why
finish
Zach
at is where I'm gonna
Randolph is
finish
so
at.
tough. Hey, put that
I
back
love
on
watching Tony Parker. Tony Parker I molded a lot of my finishes and how I got to the basket off to Tony Parker. I would say Tony Parker and LeBron.
Yeah,
was my watch. Was my watch.
Yeah, that was
LeBron
is a problem.
All I had to do was switch between the finesse, the couple maybe another extra step, a little look, or just a look off or something, or just power through you.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, I've never met anybody that can stop me from scoring. I've never met anybody that can stop me from scoring. I got mine. I got mine. I know. I wasn't Michael Beasley.
I've only played you once and I've won, so I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
But all right, speaking of LeBron James, let's get into it. Everyone's in the comments wondering when we're going to get into the topics, but LeBron James announces today that he's leaving the Lakers, but he's staying in the NBA. He's not retiring, which we knew, because LeBron James is not leaving the NBA without a farewell tour. He will let you know when he's leaving the NBA. It's not going to be spontaneous. We will all know when LeBron James is leaving the NBA. But he's no longer going to be playing with the Lakers, which I kind of think this is like when you're living with somebody and you want them to move out, but you can't really tell them to move out, but you do certain things like change the locks,
change
the refrigerator,
take their shit, eat their leftovers.
Eat the leftovers. So LeBron's team announced that they were not going to play with the Lakers anymore, but Lakers weren't really offering him any money. That's what it really comes down to.
I see that too.
So look, as a Laker fan, I liked him being there. I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I appreciate what he's done in the league. He's one of the best of all time. It was fun watching him as a Laker. Somebody asked me earlier, what's LeBron's legacy as a Laker? Was it successful? It was mediocre. It was mid to me as a Laker. His Lakers career was mid. They won the championship. It's not all his fault that it was mid. I think Rob Pelinka is a very bad GM. They won the championship and they got rid of that team.
The entire team.
They got rid of their centers. I mean, that got them there. Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. Yeah. They should have kept them.
They come back. I think they probably win.
I think they could win again, right?
Yeah.
At least be in competition to do that.
Rondo was good at taking down the young dogs.
Yeah, there was a lot there. So it's not. I'm not blaming LeBron for the lack of Lakers success, but I mean, it just wasn't
in the league now.
It just wasn't that that great of a stint in those 8 years. There was a lot of hard times, right? But now, okay, he's not a Laker. There's rumors. He's telling Rich Paul, and this is the talk that they're saying, because we know Rich Paul and LeBron say a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily what they're really saying, right?
But for the reaction.
They said, reach out to every team to gauge interest and stuff like that. Now, there's rumors of him going to Golden State, and that was already happening. The rumors were already happening. And then Draymond Green, declines his player option. So now there's room to actually make it work. Draymond is a clutch agent, a player.
Close friend.
Rich Paul signed with Rich Paul as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
he's clutch.
Oh.
So that happens, and then the next day this happens. LeBron's driving around Cleveland yesterday, taking videos in my hometown. So everyone's like, oh, maybe he's going to Cleveland. But this is all strategic what they do, right? Then Miami, they get Giannis. So now there's the chance maybe he'll go to Miami. And then does he want to win again? Because there's a team that just lost the finals barely. Does he go to San Antonio and help mentor Wemby and be the
Harper?
I mean, there's a lot there.
Boys.
Or does he go back home to Cleveland and they were right there too in the Eastern Conference?
No, I think didn't James Harden opted out?
No, James Harden opted out.
Yeah.
For the reason now they have room to maybe sign LeBron, and then James Harden could sign his contract.
Yeah.
So there's
Is that enough for them?
There's a lot. Here's the thing.
For a title, yeah.
It doesn't. We don't know what LeBron wants. I think Cleveland would have to be a sign and trade.
Yeah,
because they really have nothing at all to offer LeBron. But what are your guys' thoughts? I think the Golden State thing is a fun idea because I loved watching LeBron and Steph in the Olympics. Was one of my favorite things I've ever seen in basketball.
100%.
That was one of my favorite things in all basketball.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that would be fun. Yeah. They're not winning a championship. So if he wants to have fun, then that's a great place.
Yeah.
If he wants to go home and close it out where it started, I think that's a great story too. If he wants to go to Miami him and Pat Riley did not leave. They didn't leave on good terms. I don't see him going back to Miami.
I don't either.
16 years. It's like what, 12? It's like 12 years ago, bro.
I wouldn't see him.
I don't see him going back to Miami.
I don't think he would. I don't think he fits.
Why you start looking like Kyle Lowry when he said that though? All of a sudden, it turned into Kyle Lowry.
Do you think? Do you think he would do? Do you think he would do something? Do you think he would do something like going to San Antonio, Coach?
I think that's an option. I don't think Golden State is a realistic option. I think that's for fun. And I do think there's some other guys in the league that he's close with as well that he could have that much fun with. I don't think LeBron's going to have fun regardless of where he goes. He can go play on the moon. He's going to have fun. That's just the way he is. So I don't think that's going to be a driving force for him making a decision of who to sign with. I think a realistic thing to do is to give Cleveland another title. And I think that if he goes to Cleveland, Cleveland is a team that could dethrone New York in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. That's real. That's real. San Antonio, I think that would be great, but I don't necessarily know how well he could really mentor Wemby. I don't think there's really anything similar to their demeanor, to their I don't.
Just teach him
I
how
think
to
just
win.
leadership,
Just,
right?
I think just teach him how to win, how to finish out games, how to close out. Hey.
I don't think
Wemby.
I think Wemby can get that without.
The fuck, Darren Fox
no.
needed it.
Listen.
Motherfucking Darren Fox needed it. Hey, nigga, don't shoot that shit.
But
dribble the fucking ball out.
The issue with
don't throw that pass over there. You see him creeping?
They need to get rid of
the issue with San Antonio was they couldn't finish any of the games.
Yeah.
So if you bring someone in like LeBron that maybe does help mentor the whole team into that.
I think what San Antonio needs.
That's what I'm saying.
What San Antonio needs is a Mike Conley. They need a veteran point guard so that they can get through those.
They had that. That's what I said.
Chris Paul's not it. Nobody likes Chris Paul. I've been telling you this.
He was very good in San Antonio.
He's always been very good. He's a Hall of Famer. But I've been telling you this for years.
But I feel like San Antonio likes him.
Dislike him. So when players dislike a guy,
he didn't want to leave the league yet. And they kicked
exactly.
Him out. They kicked
but
him
Mike
out.
Conley is a universally liked guy, and I think with Mike Conley, even if he's not playing, you see, I forget the African kid's name that's always talking to Wemby. He's a veteran guy. He's been there for years. Never really plays.
Bobo.
Yes.
Bimbo.
So look, I think Mike Conley can be that kind of a guy for Fox and for Harper. That will get them over the top. Right? I think the most realistic thing, just because of the mere fact it'll piss people off, is Cleveland. Because if he goes back to Cleveland,
piss people off. I think
it'll piss off the anti-LeBron people.
No, I think with
half the people are anti-LeBron.
I think with LeBron going to Cleveland, I think that's
because they're petty.
Hold on, I think him going back to Cleveland is the only thing that nobody will be mad about. I think if he goes anywhere else, if he goes to San Antonio, I think people are going to say his legacy is going to be tarnished for doing something like that. I think going to Cleveland is what everyone thought he was going to do anyways. I think him going to Golden State looks funny.
Fun,
but
fun basketball,
funny though.
Bro.
But it looks funny too because you had so many battles with Golden State. And then you go there and play with them to end your career.
That's a goofy move. It's like Dennis Rodman playing for the Lakers in his career.
Going to Miami would be okay, but it's
that's
like
what made his career. Hey, that's what sealed the Hall of Fame for him.
Yeah,
but I think going to Cleveland makes the most sense.
Somebody said right here, the Timberwolves. I like that.
What's his? But then there's not
enough
firepower. What is the if he's going to go to a place that has no chance of winning it all?
Stay in
LA.
LA.
Might as well go to Golden State or stay in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think.
You don't know what they got? They got the young boys. They just got Melo. They just got.
We don't know what Melo's going to do in Minnesota though.
By the end of the summer,
they got Rudy. So you mean to tell me a starting lineup with those four
are great players?
That's nice.
They ain't beating New York. They ain't beating Cleveland, as is. You know, but when you throw a guy like when you put LeBron on that Cleveland team, I put money on them to win a title. I put money on them to win a title. Because think about the roster that they have. Every player that they have, he has something that he can offer them to get them better. He changes their game. The dynamic of what they can do collectively changes because he is a Swiss Army knife. You throw him out there, he can play any position, any given night. When guys aren't feeling it, when guys aren't healthy, he can do almost anything for Cleveland. With San Antonio, he's limited, and then obviously he's handcuffed when it comes to Golden State or, like you said, Minnesota, and even the Lakers. I think Cleveland is the best answer. Whether or not it'll happen is a whole nother thing.
Now, here's my problem because James Harden does not play well with any of the superstars he's played with, right?
With anybody.
Yes.
But
Brian gonna make him play defense.
I don't think Okay, like he made
And
Luka
pass?
and
You gonna
AR
make him
play
play-
defense. Listen, I have a problem with him and Harden. I don't think LeBron would want to play with Harden,
No one wants to play with Harden.
and that's why I don't see that Cleveland thing happening unless they're like, we don't want to re-sign Harden. We don't want to sign him.
They'll listen.
That's the only thing I
But
can
you
see.
can use him as a bargaining chip to get something. You
Keep Jaylen Brown. Use James Harden.
the most disrespected player in the NBA right now.
Bro, we'll talk about that too because I've mentioned that last
James
night.
Harden to get Jaylen Brown and then bring LeBron in.
And I got a theory on why Jaylen
I like
Brown
that.
is hated too. But
I like that.
I think that
He gonna say what he want to
listen,
say. 'Cause
Boston,
he gonna say what he want to say.
but he doesn't talk that much. I don't know because I remember you saying
Whenever
that
he
yesterday.
has a problem,
he
doesn't say a lot,
whenever
though,
he
man.
has a problem,
he does
he's
it.
going to say.
But
it.
understand this: he is a genius. He is a genius, intellectual. He is on another level, and that makes people uncomfortable, especially if you've been put in a box as an athlete, a black athlete, at that. And he comes from a level of intellect that most people can't comprehend, can't understand, and they are very uncomfortable and very threatened by him. So the power structure doesn't like it. Most of his teammates don't understand it, so he is an anomaly in a lane by himself. But I think that's why he's kind of ostracized. He doesn't have a support system within the
He
confines
could be a
of the NBA.
weirdo.
Yeah,
Could be a little
but
bit of a
his
weirdo socially.
intellectual level is on.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean, it's a
smart
dude that does
dude.
TED talks.
You know,
Like,
he's-
you know what I mean?
he's
He on another
smart-
level.
smart
But
dude.
here's the
No,
thing:
no,
we talked about it last night. The Celtics this past season, right? They didn't have Tatum, so everyone's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, Celtics maybe they kind of chill and sit back and get a draft pick because Tatum's going to miss all year, right? What happened? The Celtics led the East most of the season because of Jaylen Brown, and he was
Addition by subtraction.
He was fifth or sixth in the MVP.
Something like
voting.
that. Yeah, I know it's
Right?
high. I know it's pretty high.
And if Tatum didn't come back, he might have been higher. He might have been third or fourth in MVP voting.
Yeah.
Right? So with all that, like, I mean, he was carrying that team
yeah.
far.
I think that tandem doesn't work.
He can
honestly.
come to Detroit
They won a
too.
championship, though.
He come to
I think they
Detroit.
were part of a championship. I think they drove it definitely, but they didn't win a championship
And
like
who-
Mike.
who won the
like-
MVP in that
like-
champ-
like-
in
like-
the
look, like
finals?
Mike and Scotty won a champ. It wasn't like that. These are two great players on a great team that won it. I don't think it's the same. You know what I mean?
I feel that. I feel that.
I don't think it's the same.
Imagine a pick and roll with Cade Cunningham and LeBron James. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's nasty work.
I mean,
bro.
Pistons need something
That's
because
nasty work, bro.
they were exposed in the playoffs.
I love to
for
see him in
sure.
Orlando with Paolo. I think Paolo is
We get to
LeBron.
see what it's like without somebody shaving points on us.
Come on, Malik.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. And I actually seen more of the videos
Yeah.
of him doing it. The one with the rebounds.
The rebounds?
Bro,
Yeah,
that
the
was
rebounds
bad,
are
bro.
ridiculous.
That was bad, bro. He
it was-
said, fuck defense. I'm getting his
I've
rebound.
never watched a basketball clip and been embarrassed. I'm like, man,
Bro, it's bad.
what you doing, man?
But that man took get it. You would have thought, remember when Michael Jordan was like, you want this ball, brother, you better rebound.
right.
You would have think somebody told his ass that.
Yeah,
And Shane,
my
in the,
man's
com-
on
Shane
the
in the
comment.
comments are saying they
Yeah.
have to get rid of Harden to get LeBron. Antoine Willis, I think Cleveland still has to prove it. This is Donovan's second time failing in a big spot. Same thing, man. Is Donovan Mitchell?
He said he likes the Heat. He's actually open to the Heat. Antoine Willis, he's
Okay.
but answer
Say he like
this
the Heat.
question. All these players that you're talking about, Donovan Mitchell, right? Even James Harden, but Donovan Mitchell in particular, right? You bring LeBron, he makes him better. That is the thing that for 20 plus
Mm-hmm. think
years,
he'll make Harden
I've
better,
always
too.
said about LeBron. He makes everybody in the room better.
Everybody in the room.
Everybody.
And when you talk to the not the pundits,
Everybody.
not the haters,
Not everybody.
when you talk to the people that played with him,
Russell Westbrook
They-
hated playing with him, and he did not
Russell
make it
Westbrook
better.
hates everything.
Everybody.
Okay, but that you said everybody, so I'm just saying that didn't
If
work
he
at
was
all.
in here right now, he'd be, what them kids doing?
That didn't work at all.
Yeah.
Mean.
So do it on the floor
Yeah,
over
he's
there.
not a happy person, so you can't take it like
I ain't
that.
gonna say that. I don't know. I don't
what
know
mean?
him like that to say he's not, because I've seen times where it's like where he's actually speaking and he's actually.
Yeah.
seems
Well,
like
he
a-
is
a
also
smooth, like-
bipolar. That's what you saw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
saw the good part.
but listen,
But
he's an angry guy. Like, you know what I mean? But you look at all these guys that have played with LeBron, right? They are happy, obviously, for their careers and the success, but he makes them better.
Who's Jalen Johnson?
Jalen Johnson.
He played for Cleveland?
No, I think they had to mean. I don't know who Jalen Johnson is. Jalen Duren? I think those were. No, I don't know who Jalen Johnson.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He said Giannis and Bron will play good. The thing about Giannis and Bron playing, you gonna have to stack that team with shooters. Now, if they had kept Tyler,
they just got Tim Hardaway Jr. who could shoot.
Shooter, he can shoot.
Yeah.
But he's got to get in rhythm, bro. He's good off the dribble shooting.
And LeBron has become a very, very consistent standstill shooter.
Yeah.
So
the pick and roll
that could work.
Nice. The pick and roll. I think Cleveland does actually work. I can see where they
if he goes to Cleveland,
compete
they
for a
win the
championship. They could compete.
He goes to Cleveland
for a championship.
Put it this way.
I won't say they're winning the title. They're
could
competing.
compete
But there's
for a
still,
championship.
there's still
why I
too
say
many
that,
good
though,
teams.
I think that's the
This is why
most
I say
likely
that.
spot for him to compete
Because
for a
if he
championship.
if he chooses Cleveland, he is doing this solely for the purpose of winning the championship. So it's not only a question of his ability and how he fits, it's also how he's going to be driven in this last year. That's why he's doing it. So he's now not just talented, now not just with a good team. Now he's got purpose and he's got a drive that he hasn't had the last few years because this is the final curtain call. So I think it's very indicative if he makes that Cleveland decision because it tells you a lot more than whether or not that team is going to be good. It tells you why he's doing it. Yeah. So I think that's what you got to look at. I think any other decision, he's just doing it to do it.
You said Jalen plays for the Hawks. Are they willing to will and deal him? They willing to, are the Hawks willing to deal him away?
I don't think Atlanta's it.
I'm talking about just that guy. We talking about trying to find pieces. We're trying to find pieces, right?
Well, you have to make a
pieces
match
for a championship.
I think the only piece that Cleveland got to do is get rid of James Harden.
All right, top 3 choices if he wants to win a championship. Where is that?
Number 1 is Cleveland. Number 1 is Cleveland.
I mean, I would say San Antonio is
San
number
Antonio.
1.
This is why I don't think San Antonio, because I think San Antonio's problems are at the point. They're not with leadership, they're not with rebounding, they're not with shooting, they're not with defense. They are with the point guard position. And I don't think that he can make the type of point guards they have, I don't think he can make those type of point guards better. I think there's other veteran point guards in the league that can fill that vet role for them, and they're right back to where they were. So I don't think San Antonio doesn't need him, he doesn't need San Antonio. Cleveland does. Cleveland needs him. He changes everything.
Because here's the thing, I think he could. Something like people were saying, move Fox to the bench and then start Harper and have Fox come off the bench. You don't think that? You don't think he could?
I think they got to deal Fox.
They
got to deal Fox. They got to do something, bro. Like
they can't deal Fox because the thing is that after the finals ended, his contract extension kicked in.
Yeah, but
he has way too much money, and he has like I think it's a 4-year extension.
4 years.
Nobody's going to trade for that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: De'Aaron Fox is still good. He messed up in the finals.
He shouldn't have played. He was hurt. He shouldn't have played.
He messed up in the finals. And I think he could still be good for them because he's still young.
Yeah.
We just look at the rest of their team
but he doesn't have the locker room, man. He doesn't have the locker room.
But does he have to be the leader of the team?
Let me tell you something.
I don't think he has to be the leader of the team.
As a point guard, I'm telling you right now.
I think he needs to be a 6th man, though.
Look,
I
as
think
a point guard, I'm telling you this right now.
Harper.
You don't have to be the guy, but you can't not be the guy. Like, that is problematic.
You got to be able to step up and be the
another
guy.
point guard who's making significantly less than you can't be him. It's like your guy with the Eagles, Nick Diles. Was it Nick Diles? Not Nick Diles. Nick Diles is from the kid. The quarterback.
Nick Foles. Nick Foles.
Foles. Like, he's the other guy. Then you got all these big name guys. Yeah, he's the guy that you're winning it with, but you need someone. You need somebody else.
As soon as Nick Foles checked in at the end of that season, I knew they were going to win the championship.
Yeah.
I knew it.
But the following season,
but that's because
he can't be your guy. Like, he's not your money. You know what I mean?
That's probably the best set of linemen in my lifetime that I've seen as far as offensive to defensive.
Yeah.
That line was incredible on both sides of the ball.
And look, that's a great example because that's kind of how I see San Antonio. The issue is that one position because anything else that you put, everything else around it is solid. So if you get a solid point guard there, or at least a veteran point guard that can bring those other two up to par, you're good. I don't think LeBron fills that role. I think everything that they're missing in Cleveland, he can fill that role and he can bring those guys up. If you deal Harden, you get a first-round pick or something in the next couple of years when LeBron ain't even playing, then you're good for the next 5 years.
Now, is Harden gonna re-sign with them if he thinks he's getting dealt then? I mean, because he could just go play anywhere himself.
If he feels like he ain't getting the ball as much as he wants to and he wants the ball every single possession, he'll go wherever. Like he doesn't care about a championship.
Yeah, obviously.
What's the third place? What's another option?
That's what I'm thinking.
San Antonio, Cleveland will be third place. We've
As
already
far
talked. Not
as
Miami. Not Miami.
being able to win.
Yeah,
I mean, Miami would actually
but-
be interesting. Him, Bam, and Giannis.
Yeah,
I
but-
mean, obviously, there's not a lot else there, but do free agents now come there and maybe take less money to play there
shots.
to be able to, I don't know.
They're not
I mean,
gonna be able to
that'd
run.
be interesting.
But running the floor, I think that team gets ran out the gym.
Yeah.
I think they get ran out the gym. Transition, fast break would kill them.
Yeah, I don't think he can. Listen, one thing about LeBron, he's a chameleon. He fits in with any team, any system, any style. His basketball IQ is without question the greatest ever. But the truth of the matter is, I don't necessarily think that he makes that Miami team 15 games better. I don't think he gets them to the finals. I just don't. I think there's too many directions that team is going in, and I don't think that he, at this stage in his career, has enough to change the trajectory of the team. Like,
Well, do you think Giannis would even want that? He's like, I want to be the man somewhere in Miami. Like, I don't think I want.
Well, I don't think
LeBron
LeBron's going anywhere to be the man.
But he's going
somewhere
to be.
to win a
But he's going.
He's going to help.
He's going to be no matter what.
impactful, to be
He's gonna have the
to make
media all
have
over him. He's gonna
impact.
have the.
Yeah, it's LeBron James.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Which means it's going to take away from other marquee players.
So you can't be the man if you have
I just
another
thought
the
about
man
this.
there.
What about
Exactly.
Brooklyn?
No.
Brooklyn need 4 other people
They
besides.
just got who did they just get?
Nothing.
Who just got sent
Julius
back to Brooklyn?
Randle. He's not playing with Julius Randle.
No, he's playing. New York though. Hey, he could take a pay cut and go to New York.
Listen.
He could, because
He could go to
that
New
team
York.
probably isn't going to stay together.
They're
gonna stay. They're gonna be together for a couple more years.
They probably got a couple more.
They got a couple more years.
Yeah.
But hey, you add a LeBron to that?
Oh, they go.
I mean, that's an interesting thing right there
The
because
thing
that's
about
a big
LeBron-
city. He's talked about playing in New
He's
York
talked about
like his
playing
whole
in New York
career.
before. That's why. That's what made me think of it. Was before he went back to Cleveland,
Now-
he was talking about going to New York.
I would say if New York didn't win the championship, I think
Or
there would have
before
been
it
a
was
better look. But
Yeah.
I think that's a bad look because then if he goes there and they
And they
lose,
don't,
now
then-
it's his fault.
yeah,
and
yeah.
New York media would be all over his
Yeah.
head. And
And
I
for
don't
the-
think he wants to end his career like that.
Yeah.
Red tape. I agree with you, bro. He said it's
What'd
too
he
many
say?
shooters. He said it's too many shooters. Was the problem for LeBron in LA? He can't be the man like that anymore. I agree.
It's also, too, a
You
question.
can't run the offense through him.
It's also a question of the type of shooters you have. And this is why Kennard was so good. Kennard was a catch and shoot guy, and he was a standstill guy. Lots of these teams, they have guys that can knock down shots, but they're either
They need that little
standstill
drill, that gather.
shooters or they can create it off the dribble, catch and shoot kind of guys. So you got to have the right kind of guys, especially if you
And
have
Kennard
a guy.
just signed to Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that'd be good too. But you got to have the right kind of guys with a downhill player like LeBron or a guy that can manipulate the backside of the defense and find open guys. So you have to have a combination of both on the floor. So, I don't know.
And going back to Kennard, I liked him a
Somebody
lot. But
said
do you
something.
know why I'm glad that he's not a Laker anymore? It's way too many white people.
White guy.
Way too many white people. It's getting bad. It's getting to the point where I might pick another team if they keep. Because they were talking about Walker Kessler. I'm like, bro, if we have like that's like
That's a Minneapolis.
that's a lot.
Lakers.
Yeah, bro. It's like the 50s before you guys were allowed to be in the NBA.
Right. That's hilarious.
Hey, look, bro.
You know, Luke
hey,
Kennard was a great football player, right? He's from Ohio.
Really?
He actually broke LeBron's record, but he was recruited by everybody in the Big Ten.
boy can
Wow.
shoot.
He's a quarterback.
football.
He's a quarterback. Yeah,
Luke Kennard?
I didn't know that.
Really?
He's a quarterback. He was a high-level quarterback. I think he was a top 5 quarterback, but he was recruited by everybody, Michigan, Ohio State, everybody. He would have been an NFL quarterback. He was that good.
Okay,
At
final
6'6".
thoughts. Where's LeBron going?
I think Cleveland.
Yeah, I gotta say either.
I'll just pick one. Pick one.
I'll go Cleveland.
All right. I'm going with Golden State. I think he just wants to have fun. I don't think he wants pressure to win.
Well,
If
he
he
say
goes to
wants play
Cleveland, there's
a
pressure
chance
to win.
He said he wants to go somewhere.
No,
with
he said he wants to
meaningful
have.
basketball.
He wants.
He said he wants to go
happiness.
play meaningful
No,
basketball.
he said
I'm pretty
happiness.
sure he would.
Today, that Rich Paul said he wants to go somewhere where he can find happiness. That's it. He wants to be happy.
Listen,
he wants
one
to be
thing I've
learned.
learned in my lifetime is don't believe anybody in June.
they
when it comes
don't
to
like
basketball.
they don't like
June
the
is
Golden
the
State
month
prediction.
of lying in basketball.
He's going to Golden State.
They don't like the Golden State prediction, but I'd watch, bro. After that gold medal, bro. I'd watch Steph. I'd watch Steph.
So here's how it would help the NBA too. They have been struggling in the regular season.
Yes.
This will bring eyes to the regular season in the NBA.
I think even
now another thing too. Don't forget this. Golden State could do that, and then Golden State can do some other things and bring in some youth and actually have a chance because the West is open.
Yeah.
The West is open because let me tell you something. San Antonio, I really like San Antonio, and I think that Wemby is was he's a whole nother level. But the truth of the matter is, he didn't run through that like he should have.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about what's going to happen tomorrow and next year.
Yeah.
Golden State could bring in a guy or two to change some things.
Yeah, but they've messed up a lot with their young players. They had a lot of draft picks. James Wiseman is not even in the NBA anymore.
Gosh, that's crazy.
I mean, Kuminga just got
I was
cut
just
by
about to say,
the
where's
Hawks.
he at? Where's he at?
Kuminga just got cut by the Hawks. They
He'll
didn't
be in
pick
the
up
Drew
his
League
option.
if you're looking for him. He'll be go find him in the Drew
That
League.
boy can ball though.
Yeah.
Kuminga's good.
He'll be in the summer
If he
league.
gets on the right team,
I think he should have went to Portland. I think Kuminga should go to Portland.
might.
I think Portland should go out and get Jaylen Brown too. I think that's a good fucking team right there,
Before we
bro.
get to that, I do want to talk about the other move today. Kawhi Leonard is back in Toronto. We didn't hear.
Toronto's winning the championship.
Listen, we didn't hear.
Toronto's winning the championship.
We didn't hear any rumors about this at all. All of a sudden, it just picked up the last couple days that this is an option and a possibility that he's leaving the Clippers in LA, his hometown, to go to the place he never wanted to go to in the first place.
Money
in
talks.
Toronto. Does money talk or that plant business that he's affiliated with, that there's a lot of drama with, and the NBA's kind of brushed that under the rug, right? Because this should be a big scandal, and it's not. And Toronto was a victim of that whole move that Ballmer did to get him to LA and pay him all this extra under the table money with his fake business that they own. Is this the NBA saying we got to make this up? We got to get him back to Toronto somehow, because this came from nowhere. And I really, and I don't see anyone else talking about this, but this is my first thought. He went back to Toronto?
You got to have, like Joe and Jada got the flags. You got to have some siren or something. Because I'm going to tell you, give it a month, you're going to hear this and you're going to say, Quan said this first.
It's just very weird to me because this was going to be a scandal in the NBA. The NBA kept doing everything to bury it, and more stuff would come out. They would bury it again.
So wait, so what you saying is what they found a way to pay him more money?
Yes.
So what the organization went into business with him, or the owner went into business with him?
Steve Ballmer owned a fake plant company or something, and Kawhi Leonard was getting millions from that company. Like millions, and that's one of the things.
An endorsement.
He was basically just on the
smart,
payroll.
Bro. Yo, that's actually smart. I never thought,
but it was
it's
very
smart till you get caught, of course.
But
I never thought about that shit. Like, hey, yo, sweeten the pot with a little more. We'll match that deal. We'll match that deal, and then on the back end, we got this for you.
I mean, and listen, as long as you can remember, that's why players go to New York and LA and places like that, because.
But this is something that Steve Ballmer, if he wasn't a good owner with a lot of money, he would have lost his team for.
Yeah.
If this was someone like the owner before, Donald Sterling.
Yeah, or look at Sarver out in Phoenix. Like, you know what I mean?
Sarver. I mean, they did way less.
That's why I said it's a money move.
Yeah.
He said it's a money move. Yeah. It don't make sense to me. I don't know why he would go back to Toronto. You know what I mean? Unless maybe it was something about the first time there that maybe he just nostalgic about.
Listen, he wants an extension, and Clippers are saying they're not going to give it to him, but they can't give him the same extension because they got caught giving him extension money that doesn't exist from a company. I think this is a move.
I mean, but trying to understand Kawhi Leonard anyway is problematic. Trying to understand that dude.
Yeah, bro.
But what do you think about this move? I mean, they traded for
as far
Ingram.
As like effectively,
they traded for Ingram, who was hurt last year in the playoffs. Grady Dick, and I think 2 first-round picks.
That's what went to the Clippers.
For the Clippers. So for the Clippers, I think it's a good move. Like,
it's a good deal.
You got rid of all the stars you had. Bradley Beal isn't there anymore.
All these deals mean nothing until LeBron decides what he's going to do.
Where's Bradley Beal going? He went.
He's a free agent right now.
Yeah.
I think I seen something like him going.
Well, he opted out of his contract with the Clippers. Now he's going to be, and he didn't even play last year. He got hurt right away.
He didn't play at all of that.
So
I forgot he was on.
Could he go to Miami? I mean, there's been rumors about him going to Miami for a long time, but
that would be
the
good.
Raptors.
That would be a good fit.
They got deep into the playoffs last year.
Oh.
Your boy Scotty Barnes is really
Balling.
a really good player.
Balling.
RJ Barrett is balling.
He's found his spot.
Does this help if Kawhi could stay healthy? I mean, he led them to the championship. Can they get to the Eastern Conference Finals and maybe the NBA Finals? Jamal,
I could hear. I could see it. I could see it. I don't think there's no heavy favorite on either side anymore. You know, for like the last 3 years, I say Denver was dominating the West. They was probably like the hurdle to get over, but now they've kind of like mellowed out. So yeah. I'm not sure. I haven't been familiar and up on Kawhi and how well he's been playing.
he's good when he plays. I mean, he's really good when he plays.
I think
he just doesn't play.
He's one of the best players. He's one of the best players that of since he's been in the league of this era. He's been one of the best players.
Definitely.
It's hard to tell because of availability, bro.
Yeah,
Coach.
I don't think so. I think, you know, what Janice say, what have you done for me lately? I think that people forget OKC is still a good team. You know, OKC is still a good team. San Antonio, you know.
And they had a really good draft.
Yeah. So, like, I mean.
OKC's still drafting players for the Paul George trade.
Yeah. So, I don't think any of these other teams, I think their time will be coming here soon. But as far as next year and immediately, I don't think anything's going to happen this summer that's going to change stuff for them. I think you still have to get past San Antonio and OKC, Denver, you know. So,
well, they're in the East. So they got to get past the Knicks.
That's right,
they got to go past the Knicks. They got to get past Cleveland. They got to get past Detroit.
That's right.
They got to, you know what I mean? They got to, that's a, yeah.
Yeah, but
And
still.
now Miami, too.
Yeah, now Miami.
Now Miami, too.
And Milwaukee, like, you know, that they.
Milwaukee's still nice.
Yeah, like, I just don't think that.
Wait. Let's go back to Milwaukee is nice. Who's their best player?
Huh?
Who's Milwaukee? No, don't say it. Who's Milwaukee's best player?
Milwaukee got that one dude.
Who's their best player?
That one dude.
Coach, who's their best player?
Giannis. Giannis is their best player. This is what I'm saying.
Damn, they got rid of Bobby Portis, too.
They got rid of Bobby Portis, too.
I mean-
This is the thing, though. This is the thing.
Miles Turner might be their best player.
They are.
Miles Turner's a dog.
They
But they're
aren't
not
like
going
some
to
of
the
these other
playoffs.
teams. I think they do, because when I was a kid, Milwaukee has never been at the bottom of the league.
Right.
They've never been at the
Even
top.
when they
They
didn't
have
have-
consistently
yeah.
been there.
Ricky
And,
Pierce.
shoot, I'm talking, you know, Terry Cummings, not Terry
Ellis,
Cummings.
Terry Cummings.
Yeah, but gosh, who was it when I was Sidney
Bob-
Moncrief?
Sidney
Right.
Moncrief.
Moncrief.
Yeah.
You know,
Michael
those.
Redd.
Yeah,
Michael
they've
Redd.
always been there, and I don't think
Yeah.
anything's going to change with that. You know, I think that right now we're looking at 5 or 6 teams in the league that are going to stay those 5 or 6 teams in the league for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, I think what you've done with Giannis is you've taken their edge and given it to Miami.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the only structural difference to next year's season.
Yeah, but and then if LeBron does go back to Cleveland, it's LeBron toe still.
That's what I think.
Now, with the LeBron thing, you know, we've been talking about this for 7 years.
Mhm.
There's going to be a year if he keeps playing in the league. There's going to be a year where his body finally gives out, right?
Okay.
So do we take? I mean,
that's what you think?
I don't know,
I don't think.
but could that be a possibility this year where it's like he's just not the same and it's just not happening? Or does he
Considering
know
the fact-
well enough
like,
that
like playing at the level that we used to LeBron playing at, then yeah, I believe those days of consistently every night in, night out, getting arguably the greatest player in history.
is he AI?
Those are,
But
Does he have a neural link in his brain?
listen, but hold on. Let me make
He might
this,
be AI. I don't think.
Let me make this statement though. What you're saying is true, but understand this year he did some things from the productivity level that he has never done before. That's crazy. So before we start talking about what happens on a down slope, he's still going up the mountain.
bro.
He's at the summit right now. If we don't know whether or not he's going to go to the next level or he's just going to level out, but it's not like And we see some young players that are beginning to go to that other side.
I don't mean
hill.
the plummeting's like his ability. I mean like the consistency.
Yeah, and I know
consistently being that guy. I don't think he can. I don't think he can be that guy for 68, 70 plus games.
Listen, I thought that last summer, but then what he did this year said
he had a good break through the season.
He was able to coast through the regular season, and then when Luka and Reeves were out in the playoffs, and the way he played in that first round,
toughest part of the season,
it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
and he looked like LeBron.
He
again.
looked like one of the top 3 players in the world.
Yeah,
and that's crazy to think that. So a guy that was top 3 player, I was playing as a top 3 player in the world in a do or die situation. You fast forward to next year in that situation. I think what you got to ask yourself is, will there be that much of a decline from that to there? And will he be close enough to that so that they can actually win a championship? And I think they can. I think they got good young players. I think they're coached well. I think, man.
Let us know in the chat, where do you think LeBron's going? And let us know.
What's his best chance to win the championship?
Yeah, best chance to win the championship.
Well,
it's going to be fun. I mean, this is definitely going to make for a very interesting, and the off season's always kind of better than the regular season, right? Like all the drama and stuff like that. Let's talk about where this leaves the Lakers right now. They signed Austin Reeves to a lot of money. I love Austin Reeves in the regular season. I think he's horrendous in the playoffs, and I'm not just talking about this year because people are like, oh, he was hurt though. He wasn't hurt the 2 seasons before that. He disappears in the playoffs. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Now, if he could figure that out and be the same player in the playoffs as he is the regular season, then it's a really good move, right?
I don't think he can, though.
I'm not sure if he can.
But I don't think he can.
And then Luka, can he stay healthy enough? So we got Luka and AR. Might lose Rui. We already lost Kennard. Might lose Marcus Smart.
Rui has the best pull-up jump shot in the NBA.
I think they need to re-sign Rui.
Catch and shoot.
They need to re-sign Rui.
I'm LeBron. I'm bringing him with me.
But he doesn't know where he's going. Rui's not going to wait around to see.
You wait around. You wait, young boy. You wait, young boy.
I don't think he cares that much.
I get you a chip. I get you this chip, boy. Just hang around. And I didn't even know he was
LeBron's not a guaranteed chip wherever he goes, though. Like
head over to Portland, bro. Head over to Portland. Jalen gonna meet y'all over there. Hey.
But for the Lakers, what do Lakers
I'm
need?
an old school Rasheed Wallace fan, so I'm still invested in the Portland.
Yeah, you're a trail gang, Jailblazer. Jailblazer 2.0. Where does this leave Lakers? What do they have to do now? Obviously, they need a lot. They need a big man. There's not any. The big men they're looking at are restricted free agents in Jalen Duren and Kessler. Do they? And they have a lot of cap space money.
Should have tried to get Julius Randle back.
Yeah,
that's not
need
a good
somebody
look. That's too many people holding the ball forever.
First and foremost, LA, no matter how you slice it, no matter who your favorite team is, LA and New York are markets. They're not like Dallas. They're not like Philly. They're not like Detroit. There are markets that you cannot just win it with a good player. That player has to be a face of the league type of a guy. Yeah. New York has managed to find the cheat code to find a guy that isn't that and put the right pieces around him so that you can get away from the fact that Jalen Brunson isn't Joe Namath.
Well, he is that now.
He turned into
that.
He is
We're
that
not talking about his ability. We're talking about his personality.
Okay.
He does not make people of New York City say, he's our guy.
Shit.
They put pieces around him. They say that because he won basketball games,
he's
because
my
he's
doctor.
one of the best players.
He's
but
my
he
engineer.
Does not, you will not see him doing any of the stuff that you see the guys like Steph. He's not a charismatic individual. They figured out the cheat code. The Lakers have to do that.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to get a marquee player again. It's going to be a long time before they get that. And if you look at the young players that are coming up, like Boozer and some of these guys, they're not that type of, a wild personality kind of a guy. The league doesn't really have that many of those guys anymore.
But that's because all these young niggas is too fucking cool now, bro. They all too fucking cool. I be saying the same shit to my son. Like,
look at Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero. Those guys aren't those personalities.
But me and Josh we were texting during the NBA draft. Me and Josh Williams. We were texting during the NBA draft, and the problem was because they would interview the families with the player afterwards. Too many of these kids got like a complete family coming in the NBA.
I think that's crazy.
So they're a little too soft. They're a little too soft.
He said, bring back the second mom to the couch.
We need some crackhead dads out there or something because these players had it too good growing up.
Look, we need somebody to abandon their kid and send them over to your ass.
And there's a little bit too much milk chocolate going on too. So it's like, you got the...
Bro, Sean Strickland said the wildest shit to me the other day while we were at the PI of my son. He's like, oh, you messed up, bro. You mixed them. I'm like, bro,
wow.
He said that shit. My son like, what do you mean?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, you messed up. You mixed them. You took all his athleticism away.
I was like,
you have zero blackness in you, and you still became Deshaun. I think he'll be all right.
And he still says the N-word. So
I don't think that there's there's not any boisterous personalities in, like, football has it. Damn near every college football team in America got 5 or 6 guys that are out of their damn mind. That they need a behavioral coach with them at all times. Like, the kid at school that had to walk around with the teacher.
Our guy ain't like what y'all had to say about Jalen Brunson.
What?
He said he's the most famous. He's the most famous man in New York for the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's not what
he didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
I'll clarify for
him.
No, he's an icon in New York
exactly.
forever now.
He is arguably the greatest Knick now.
Yes.
That's what they're saying. He's the greatest Knick of all time. However, just like Kawhi, he don't have that personality.
Yeah.
Okay? He don't have that personality. And that, in a market like New York, in a market like Dallas Cowboys, you got to have that.
I think Kawhi is a bad example because Kawhi don't have to have that. His game says that.
And same thing with Jalen. Same thing with Jalen. But what they have done is they put these people around him. Jose Alvarado has enough personality for the rest of the league, right?
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges has that for the rest of the league. Cat has that. So they put these guys around him that really embody culturally, spiritually, all of that kind of stuff that New York City is. So they got these guys around him that does that. All he has to do is play basketball, right? You cannot do, and that's what LA needs to do. They need to figure out a guy that can carry it and put pieces around him so that the LA market can be satisfied.
You don't think Luka is that guy? No?
Nah.
I think he is.
I think Luka, like you said, with the right people around him, I think he could be that guy.
Yeah, but what is the right people for that kind of? You know what I mean? Like, because he doesn't click. He doesn't click with people like that. Like that team, when you're in a big, understand this, a big part of what's happening in New York is because they were college teammates.
Oh, for sure.
It started with DiVincenzo. You know what I mean? It's their college team.
Yeah.
So he fits with those guys really well because he's been with them the majority of half his life, damn near. You know what I mean? LA got to figure out, they got to look at the blueprint in New York and say, we need a guy that can carry this. Because remember, when they signed Jalen Brunson, nobody was like, oh, yeah, this is it. Everybody said, oh, they're making a great mistake.
I say they could have that with Luka and Austin. I think both of them together.
You heard what he just said. He loves the team. There's too many white dudes.
Yeah, there's too many white people.
That's what he said. And that's what everybody knows. You think everybody in Compton, you think everybody in Watts is riding
They're not wearing a Reeves jersey.
No, so
we need a really good black person there.
DeAndre Ayton got to go too.
He picked up his option, which isn't a lot of money, so he could be put in a trade. I think Lakers' best bet is making a trade. They have a lot of cap space money to use that for a trade because you're not really going to sign any big names.
Yeah, I was about to say there's nobody for them to go out there and just get. Like
and the problem is
you can get a lot. You can get good pieces.
If Jalen Duren wants to leave and do a sign and trade, like that's the possibility. Which I would love to have him, even though he struggled in the playoffs.
He's a good player.
He had a horrible playoffs in the regular season, and he's only 22.
Right, he's a kid.
He could be good for the next 10 years easily.
But like the other problem though is, if you go to a gym right now where guys are playing basketball, and you randomly take 5 guys, are they gonna know who he is?
Who?
Jalen
Duren? No, not yet.
No.
But I think being in LA, that helps.
But that's a problem because it's LA.
But
if he was going to OKC, if he was going to Denver, if he was going to the Wizards, you know what I mean? Okay. But when you go into a market like the Cowboys, the Dodgers, the Yankees, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be a really good player. You got to be more than that. And that's why they got LeBron. You know?
But that's also why they got Luka.
But Luka's not it.
They got But
he's like Chet
so
Holmgren.
what was
He
your
just
answer
doesn't
be? What was your who should they?
That's what I'm saying is the problem is that there aren't. When you look at college basketball right now, there's none of that. Yeah. There aren't guys like that. And he made the statement that he made is like it's very dull. That personality isn't existing. College football. Shoot, there's five guys at UNLV like that.
Plus, you can't even grow into it with basketball because you're one and done pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't even know.
The one and done catches up there is catching up to the sport.
Yeah.
This is where the one and done is catching up to the sport because, there's no prospects coming in. So I'm sitting here thinking like, so what is their plan? What do they do? So now, all right, there's nobody out there. We can't get anybody. So how do we still have good basketball?
Jaylen Brown.
I mean, and we grew up.
You said it earlier.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown
and we grew up with college basketball players already being famous before they got to the NBA. Yeah. They were more famous than some NBA players.
They're not famous. They're rich.
Exactly. But like teams like
how many rich people at Kawhi?
I remember watching Alonzo Mourning forever in college. It seemed like he played forever. Danny Manning.
Yeah.
Stacey Ogman. I mean, UNLV to me growing up was my pro team.
And most players today have Stacey's demeanor.
Yeah.
As 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
So there's none of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then John Morant, who does have that, we vilified him so much that everybody around him is telling him to sit down, shut up, be quiet. You know what I mean? The NBA is losing it, man.
I think Portland was a good move for him. I think
because he can't fuck up too much
for him to do.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing for you to do.
Yeah, he can't mess up there.
Can't do a whole lot then. Dame, I think Dame is a good fit for a mentor for him.
Now could you see Jaylen Brown going to Portland? I think that would be an amazing move. Yeah. Him going to Portland, him and Ja, Dame Lillard. Obviously, they probably have to give her to Scoot in that trade.
Look, if they win, if Jaylen Brown goes to Portland and Portland wins, Jaylen Brown can become almost like an icon there because he can single-handedly turn the perspective of what people have of that franchise around because if you are a black athlete, young black athlete, if you're the parent of a black athlete, Jaylen Brown, for the most part, epitomizes what black athletic success is. He's done it on the court. He's done it off the court. He's been a pillar of his community. He's done all of these things that you want young black athletes to aspire to be. If he could go to Portland and they could win, and he can have that demeanor, he could become an icon. Yeah. He could become Tim Duncan of Portland. Yeah. You know,
but if he goes to Portland, because Portland played San Antonio pretty good, I think they played them the best. In the playoffs, they played them really well. You bring him there. Dame didn't play last year; he sat out. So if he has some veteran leadership coming off the bench,
all he's got to do is catch and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
All Dame got to do is catch and shoot.
And keeps John Morant out of trouble. Mentors him properly is a Batman Robin kind of a thing.
And then you have Danny, who's an all-star. I mean, he's their best player right now.
Yeah, man.
If you could add Jaylen Brown to that, I mean, that's a good squad. Now you got to be scared, and they're top 4 in the West.
It's a good squad, and it's from a strategic standpoint, it's good for the NBA. It's good for Portland. It's good for Jaylen Brown because I think I just have a problem with Jaylen Brown not getting his just due for not only what he does on the court, but who he is off the court. How are we going to have such a problem with the Antonio Browns and the John Morants and this, that, and the other? Then we get someone who's the polar opposite of that, and we don't value him. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that. You know?
Yeah. Antoine Willis said they almost burned Dallas after Luka was traded. Dallas and LA are not the same city, but I do get it. I think Luka's
the Dallas
fine.
Mavericks and the Dallas Cowboys are not the same.
Yeah, they're not the same either. But Luka was
Dallas Mavericks actually win
for
championships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In playoff series.
Most of those fan bases that we talked about, though, are delusional.
I can't stand the Cowboys fan base.
Yeah. But look at those franchises. The fan bases of those franchises are delusional. The star of that team is the most important person of the world, and they don't win a championship.
It's like
Dallas is good though. I will say this. I do. I like watching Dallas play. I like their offense.
The Cowboys.
And the other
I like
half,
their offense.
listen, you like watching them play, and the other half likes watching them just to see them lose.
Yeah, I like watching them play.
Most teams don't have
their
that.
offense.
The
plays
Lakers
really
have
good
that.
football.
The Yankees have that.
Yeah.
George Pickens was amazing last season. Pickens was amazing last season.
Yeah.
So
They have a good squad. You know,
I
mean,
like
talk about
watching.
that.
Williams was good. Their running game was good. They were a good team. They were good offense. Their defense, they sew up the defense a little bit.
All right, we'll talk about NFL in about a month, folks. We have, let's see what other things happen in the NBA. But a lot's going to happen. I mean, free agency just started today, so teams are talking, players are talking. Let's see, anything big. Lakers meeting with Kessler.
Speaking of NFL, we got to address the news from yesterday.
Dean Wade signed a 4-year deal with Philly for $39 million. You like that move?
Yeah, congratulations.
What's Philly? Where are they? I mean, are you waiting for Embiid to just kind of die off?
Yes. He's my least favorite person in athletics, no matter what it is, from girls,
even
freshman
Paul George?
Volleyball, all the way up to the NBA. I cannot.
They have some bad
stand
contracts
watching
on
him
that
play.
team.
Yeah, I can't stand watching him play. Do you know he played a game with no socks?
Despicable.
That's crazy.
Despicable.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Porzingis got 2
Back him
years,
up.
$40 million from Golden State. For a guy that doesn't play a lot, was that smart for Golden State to extend him? I guess you need a center, so you hope he's healthy
Can't let him go nowhere
if they
else.
play against San Antonio.
Centers have notoriously gotten things they don't deserve.
But they're gonna
That
get
height
his
is,
ass.
But it's funny because they kind of faded away for a while, right? And that was kind of backwards. Like, okay, you need a big guy now.
Well, they're
again.
limited. There are no centers. Like that's what LA needs. They need
There
a
are no
big
centers
man.
that don't want to shoot threes.
They need a big man. They need
That's the
somebody that,
problem.
all right, I'm gonna go and dominate. I'm gonna go bully everybody down low.
Get a
We
rebound.
getting all
If
these
DeAndre
rebounds.
Ayton had hands, he could be, but he can't catch a ball to save his life.
Gosh.
Right?
You have
He
to
seemed like he got
bounce
there.
every ball.
He should be
to him.
good.
You have
Yeah.
to give a bounce
Yeah,
pass to
bounce
him no
pass.
matter what the
Yeah.
scenario is. Like, they throw a lob to him. He's the only person jumping, and he still don't catch the ball.
Yeah. He's frustrating.
Yeah, man.
That whole draft, when you look back on that draft is kind of
Which one?
wild. The one where he was the first pick.
Ayton was one.
That's with that was the Luka and Trey draft.
And Devin Booker's dad, Mel Booker. Devin's switching to his dad's number.
Yeah, I
too.
saw
So
that. I saw that.
So
His team, get his
Mel
team
and I
to
used to
the
argue about this every day.
finals.
For 2 months, we argued about it every day. I said they should not. Oh, we're taking DeAndre. I said we should not take him. They need to take Luka. Luka can't this. Luka can't that. And oh man, every time I see him, I love bringing that up because if the Suns would have taken Luka, that organization would be totally different today.
Yep.
Could you imagine him and Devin together for the last 5, 6 years,
Yeah, that
7
would have
years?
been wild.
That's
Yep.
how do you defend that? But that's another. Like I love Devin. Like that's family. But let me tell you something.
He's
It's another
from the
guy.
way, Grand
No,
Rapids.
he doesn't have that thing that. You know what I mean? He should be one of the biggest names in all of
Yeah.
sports all over the world.
light skin.
But he just doesn't have that. He's just.
Too many light-skinned people in the NBA. I mean, too many whites on Lake. They called them the Snowtime Lakers last year when they were getting all
That's
these white
crazy.
people.
Snowtime Lakers
too much.
is crazy.
Too much.
Like I said, they look like Minneapolis
But-
Lakers to me.
We gotta get into some. We gotta.
Yeah,
get
we got some reels we got to talk about, and since we got a UFC fighter here, I want to bring this up. There was a former WNBA player, Angel McCautry. She tells Dana White that Pride Night would help fighters come out, so she wants UFC to have a Pride Night. So let's talk about this. Do you think UFC needs a Pride Night, and would you fight in that in your rainbow trunks?
I'm confused.
Nah,
so
bro.
she's saying that there are a lot of fighters that are in the closet? Is that what
I don't know.
She said maybe, and she said it would help them come out. But why even? I mean, I don't think anybody
I think the fact that they
cares
could
or
kill
wants.
about 98% of the world would help them be like, yeah, I don't care what. Like some,
That's what I'm saying.
I know some dudes that are like that are gay and that are fighters. Bro, it's like the
grapple with
most.
them a lot,
He's
right?
like the most. Shut up. He's like the most out loud. Like these are like some of the most out loud. Like
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
say some shit that's like. Hey, yo,
I do
bro.
Some of them
think
got wives.
I do think
Man.
as a person that seriously strongly supports LGBTQ community, I will say this. I think that is it would be very, very beneficial to have, athletes at that level that have come out, so that not necessarily the young athletes that are trying to aspire to be them, but for young people just in general to be able to see all the different. I think that would be good, but I don't understand what her point is. Is she saying that she knows there's a whole bunch of UFC fighters that are gay and they would come out and
most of the girls on the roster are gay.
Yeah, I think it's more of they don't have a pride night.
We don't need a pride
June
night.
1st starts and every Instagram post is the Dodgers are a flag, the 49ers are a flag. They have the rainbow flag.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to keep pushing the agenda.
A lot of it is pretentious too, though.
But
I would like to see
the UFC doesn't have to have the pride flag to accept.
Most of the top fighters are Christians or Muslims, so they don't support that community anyway. So
and the vast majority of your fan base is Muslim, right?
Just the vast majority of the fan base just like they're conservative. It's a very conservative fan base.
That is
so it's like that's not they lane. That's not really what we get off.
She's
into.
taking more of a shot at Dana White.
Why do we care? And then not only this, right? Like I don't care about who want to come out. I don't care if you out. I don't care about what you do one way or the other. So I damn sure don't care about helping you come out. You get what I'm saying?
You shouldn't need help in 2026.
Yeah, bro. I don't. No, bro. I feel like
crazy.
that's forcing an agenda, and that's just forcing your lifestyle and your beliefs on the other people who may not agree. You know what I mean? And we shouldn't do that. They don't force us what to say in the UFC, and they shouldn't force us on what to support.
It's funny you said that because as you were about to say something about that to myself, should I tap him or kick him just so you don't say something that hurt himself? But that's the beauty of y'all. There isn't it? That it's you or you.
Yeah, if I got something to say,
I think the other pro,
and like you said, there's a lot of women that already are.
Yeah, I think there's some other pro sports need to get to that point.
Peyton Talbot, he's.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, he is because his boyfriend is. I can't remember, but he's like another athlete or something.
I don't know. We got the same management. We got the same management. Yeah. And I don't ask because I don't care.
So you don't care.
I don't ask. I don't care. I'm like, yo, is he gay? Yo, is he?
You don't need to have a night where they just march them all out and be like, be proud.
Bro. Why do we?
We just live in a world where
you can knock out 85% of the population too. I think people really don't give a shit.
I say 90. I say 90 and 99. 99% of the 99% of the population goes to sleep under somebody to people under the UFC banner.
Yeah, so I think that I don't understand what her point. I think her point was more of a shot at Dana White than it was.
I don't even think it was that. I think it's just forcing. There's another of somebody trying to force they shit on somebody else. That's just what I look at it as. And I don't think we should do it. You know what I mean? You can support, and have all of that, but.
And I think because all the other pro leagues have like a Pride Night, they celebrate Pride Month and stuff like that.
And here's the thing, and a lot of times whenever they ask about things, they have to shut up like Jones. They have to say it's not authentic. It's not them being
very
authentic, bro.
It's
not authentic. I don't like people being forced into things, bro.
Yeah. All right. When a football player, how's that going? When a football player plays baseball.
Oh my God.
That move there.
Oh my God.
That second move right there.
Hey, you just made Clemente want to play baseball.
That one there.
Quan, you just made Clemente want to play baseball. I'm telling you right now. When he sees this,
we're going to play this again.
Hey, yo.
We're going to play this again.
That's bad, bro.
Nasty.
That's bad.
That's ridiculous.
What he did to him. Hey, listen, I've dropped people before, but the two knees to the ground is the absolute worst version.
The worst.
That's the worst version of falling.
Look at this.
The two knees to the ground is like,
Oh, and he couldn't even throw the ball.
That's why he played
off.
baseball. That's why he didn't play football and played baseball,
so
that wouldn't happen to him.
Right.
This is precisely why he didn't play football.
Oh, bro, I gotta hit him with the ball or something.
No, I'm telling you, bro.
I gotta throw the ball at him or something.
Hey, what school is that? Because football coach is going to give him a phone call.
He's an LSU commit, Jordan Griffin.
Oh, that's a high school kid.
Yeah, that's high school.
Oh, yeah, the cop, wherever he's going to play, the football coach is going to be like, hey, man.
And so, that goes to another thing, another question. People come, what if U.S. actually took an interest in soccer? What type of athletes do you think we'd put in there? I think we would dominate the World Cup. we dominate almost everything that we.
I feel like a lot of
everything.
This is what I think the
soccer.
bigger problem is, honestly, with that. I think that the better athletes in soccer are players from other countries. So when they get the opportunity to
because we're
play,
not
they go
into
play
it.
for their country. Like, you
That's
know what I
because
mean?
we're not into it. It's not
Yeah.
big here.
But I think
Think
it's
about
more.
it. If you could become like, if you could have a name like LeBron or John Morant or one of these NBA players or NFL players off of soccer and have that same type of level, say the hoods, bro, soccer balls be rolling all through the hoods right now.
I think you would get obviously the American players, but I don't think you're going to pull a kid whose family is from Mexico, whose family is from Brazil. I mean, you may be able to get some of the kids from London, from England, but I don't think some of those countries like Brazil, Portugal, Paraguay, those places, I don't think you're going to be able to pull them kids
I'm not talking.
away.
We don't need. That's what I'm saying. We don't need to pull them.
But I'm
you
saying,
get them soccer balls in the hood, bro. We gonna have them here.
Yeah,
We
but
have a whole team of Messi.
look, we put footballs and basketballs in a lot of other countries, and still we're the ones. Like, you know what I mean? I think that though, I think we would gain interest. I think we would first start getting the players that couldn't play the football and the basketball, and soccer was more their lane. But I still think the best athletes in America are gonna.
Well,
play
here's the thing, right?
football.
And somebody said this. And it made a lot of sense, right? Who's the most dominant female soccer team? Who's won more World Cup? I think the world's U.S. soccer team has won like 4 or 5
Yeah, our women are
World Cup
always-
women.
Yeah,
Dog,
sure.
Those are Americans.
Yeah.
So, and that's only because women's sports basketball is kind of capped. It's just now gotten to where the WNBA is picking up some steam, right? Every other thing, softball, but everything else is capped. They have soccer and they can play, and they can carry on and play that at a professional level and have a career as a soccer player, right? You telling me if men here started doing the same thing, it wouldn't be the same effect? If you think the women are the only ones that are just going to dominate,
I just don't
like
think
that?
I just don't think there's as much as of a. I think that the guys have an alternative. I don't think the women. I think if you're tall, you're a basketball player.
I guess basically
if you're
what I'm
athletic
saying
and
is,
you're
I think
small,
we're
you're a
better
sophomore, you're a
athletes.
soccer player. Like,
I think we're the best athletes in the world. I think Americans are the best athletes.
I think we're
in the
clearly
world.
the best athletes in the world.
So
I don't think it's
that's
even
why
close.
I feel
I
that
don't
as
think
though
it's even close.
that's why I feel if we actually put effort towards soccer and we actually like how we have football programs, football camps, basketball
But there
camps,
is
and all
that
that.
with
We
soccer.
had that
I
for
just don't
soccer.
think the interest is there
Exactly,
as much.
that's what I'm saying.
He's
But if
talking
the
about
interest was
drumming
there,
up
you
the interest.
actually got kids from a lot more kids and a lot more, and it was actually put up like how we got our 4 major sports.
But then
if
you would
soccer
have
got
to-
up on the
you
level
would
of
have
that,
to-
I believe we take over.
But
in
you'd
soccer.
have to find a way to have Major League Soccer be up
Exactly.
to par with NBA
Exactly.
and NFL, and
Yeah.
I just don't see that ever happening.
Yeah.
I just don't
The
see that
power
ever
structure
happening.
is
Why not? Wait. Why not? If it's in other countries, if other countries
Because
are
they
doing
don't
it.
Because
have
they
the
don't
other
have
sports.
NFL and NBA.
They don't have it, or Major League Baseball or most of the places they ain't even seen hockey.
Exactly.
You know.
I don't know.
We have too many sports out here.
I think you
Yeah.
got
that
the
we're
reels
dominating that.
and play 'em. But I think after what I've been seeing in the World Cup and how the World Cup has set the world on fire and brought everybody so close together and everything like that,
Yeah.
I think you might see a turn that. Cause like I actually caught myself watching a few soccer games. I don't watch soccer.
See, I watched during the World Cup.
You know what
I
I'm
watch
saying?
World Cup
Yeah,
soccer.
I
but
don't watch. I've
I'm
never
not
watched
gonna
the World
watch a
Cup
Major
game
League
or
Soccer
any of
game.
that. But I was just watching Norway play. You know what I mean? Just because I've been seeing Norwegian fans everywhere, like just in American culture, and it's just been dope to see. I think that this might have a huge effect, and it might create like that.
I mean,
snowball
every
effect
4
with the
years,
women.
just like the Olympics. I think you know the Olympics come every 4 years, and everyone gets all excited. But within 6 months, ain't nobody going to the ice skating rink to learn how to figure skate. They ain't doing gymnastics. It just isn't something that we do because we have all these
Mbappe got paid $1 billion for one season.
Who would you say?
Mbappe got paid $1 billion for one season.
These people get paid.
What else do you need to know, bro? What else do you need to know?
And they're the most famous athletes in the
In
world.
the world.
No
For
doubt.
sure.
No doubt.
I mean,
So-
Messi is rich and famous, and I mean, but it hasn't hit in America yet. I don't think it's going to.
And all them guys that you talking about over there, they stop everything they're doing to meet Michael Jordan, to meet LeBron James, to meet Steph Curry. So, you know what I mean? Like, and for American kids, I mean, let's understand, we're the most athletic individuals in the world, but let's understand why we are, because we don't have the opportunities and we're not pushed in the arts, and we're not pushed in sciences and all this other stuff that these other countries are pushing towards their kids. So the reason that we got to that level of athletic prowess is because it's been driven in our communities and our culture that's the epitome of what it is that we really can do. It's very, very. We don't have a lot of Dr. Cornel West's. We have a whole bunch of Michael Jordans and LeBron James, though. You know, and
there's a lot of.
I feel like we got some
countries,
Messi's and Ronaldo's too. We just got to get them out on the field.
There's a lot of countries that have hated on the U.S., right? But now it's in the U.S., right? The World Cup's out here, so the world is out here right now. We have some apologies that we're going to get to.
I just really hope that you guys can accept our apology from the UK. Being a Brit coming to the USA, it's literally opened my eyes, and I've seen literally another part of this country I never knew existed. Firstly, the hospitality is amazing. Secondly, the people are so polite and so nice. And thirdly, they will do anything for you if you ask for it. This country has opened my eyes, and I've seen what it's actually like to be in the USA as a Brit. People from the UK think...
All right, we got some other ones.
That's dope.
You don't need a knife?
No, you pull it apart with your hand. And listen, hold up. And you take
barbecue for the first time.
Okay. You lift that up and you eat it.
Okay.
Not with a fork.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry.
Enjoy.
Bro.
This is going to be very fun.
Once you go Trump, can't go back. I got my boots. I got my hat. God bless the USA.
Oh, man.
First bite, man.
Mom,
Bob came all the way from Japan. It's his first time trying Texas barbecue.
I'm excited.
Terry Blacks being your first place.
Hey, first bite.
Terry Blacks.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's your first ever bite of Texas
Terry
barbecue.
Black. Shit.
Amazing. Like not hard. The texture, tender.
The tendenism.
Mom. Try macaroni.
What was that, mac and cheese?
One thing I'm loving about the World Cup is seeing everyday American people finally get their moment in the spotlight. Seeing the way you've welcomed the Scots in Boston, the Algerian folks in Kansas.
That's dope, man.
Dutch in
I like
Texas.
that. I
It's
appreciate
just
that. I
been
think that's cool,
beautiful.
man. I think that's real cool.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's real. I think for people around, you've been in other countries, you notice this.
Yeah.
I think for them, for them to realize that as everyday Americans, we're not like our government. You go to these other countries, a lot of people in these other countries are just like their government.
That's good.
We're
I've
not
never
like
thought about
our
that,
government.
yeah.
Be it Obama, be it Trump, be it whoever, we're our own individuals. That's what true democracy is.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that they're shocked by.
And that's
when
what
they
we
come
have to
here.
appreciate too,
Whenever they
right?
come
The
to
fact
see it.
that we do have that freedom.
Yes.
The fact
Yes.
that we might we hate the country, but it's the best country. We just have to start looking at things with a more positive outlook.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely made me appreciate being an American. Like just hearing like some of the things that they're just like blown away by. You know, just like free refills.
Yeah.
Like I've been getting free fills my entire life.
Yeah.
I expect it at this point. But like even that, like even like you said, like the like people, the hospitality, people being nice and people being polite. Like being in the UFC, you talk with a lot of fighters. There's a lot of fighters from a lot of different countries, from all walks of life and everything like that. And talking to some of those guys, they like one of the biggest things that he had to adjust to was small talk. Like in his country, people don't want to like. They don't care about your day. They don't ask you about your day or any of that because they don't want to. You know what I mean? They don't want to bother you. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you know what I mean. They got, but like, yeah, bro, it's dope that I grew up doing this small talk, talking to people that I don't know, like I've known them for years, and to know that that's not a thing in other places, but it's just so common and normal and natural here, bro. That's dope. We have
another thing that's crazy too is that for them is that they don't have. There is no disliking this person because of their political beliefs because we all have to think the same politically over there. Whereas here, we got 50 different ways we can look at something from a political standpoint, and that, for whatever ridiculous reason, is enough to wedge hate. Wedge hate in between us. So I think that's another thing. But yeah, I thought that clip was pretty cool, man. That's a good find, Quan.
Yeah, Jamal.
Yeah, that was dope.
Jamal found it.
Oh, okay. I knew it wasn't you.
I try to have some good pulls for the shows.
I pulled this clip. You're not gonna like it. Have you ever, you get arrested, you go to jail. You got to fake it though. Like I didn't really do it. Officer. She looks like Michael Jackson Thriller.
First of all, you shouldn't fake something you've never seen.
She's faking
before.
a seizure.
If she's seen it before, then maybe she would do it better. She's obviously never seen a person have a seizure.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild. It didn't work.
Hey, you gotta try something. You gotta try something. Hey, listen. You're in trouble. These are my 3 rules of engagement. All right. The 3 rules of engagement. This works universal. Police, your girl, your homies, kids. All right. You listen to me. Listen to Sweet Dreams. Admit nothing. Deny everything. Counter accuse. Flawless. Absolutely flawless.
So,
admit nothing. Who? Huh? What? What? Deny everything. Hell no, that wasn't me. Who? I don't even know that dude. I ain't never even been over there.
So the cops say to you, "You're drunk." You be like, "You're drunk."
Drink what? Counter accuse. You're a drunk.
You put your finger on your nose.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you peed my pants.
wow.
You know?
Anyways, going back to soccer, USA plays tomorrow night. So make sure you check that out.
I will
it'll
not
be good.
But
just watch it, man. Have it in the back. I mean, I got 4 TVs, so I
watched the
have
penalty
options.
kick.
Those were
don't
wild,
know the
man.
team.
Germany lost, and
tell me the teams. I don't know the teams.
Lost.
I know it was Germany was one of them because I was surprised at how many brothers was on the team. You know who has
There's a lot of black Germans.
What?
You know how many brothers was on the?
There's a lot of black
English
Germans,
team?
bro.
Hey, them German love the brothers, bro.
English
they
team,
love us.
English teams look like an AAU team from Oakland. I was like, that's England's soccer team? I thought it was the Oakland Soldiers in the AAU circuit.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, like a lot of they got like a lot of like refugees from like Africa or things like that from over
I was
there.
like, yeah, man.
Germany got it, bro.
Yeah, that was bad.
I've literally one time I went down. I seen like a whole thing of like dudes going over to Germany, like brothers going over to Germany and going on dates with German women and shit like that. Oh, but they love us over there, boy.
Okay, here's one for you. What is the most surprisingly the place that you've gone? You're surprised at how many black folks was there, and like you was like, what? I got one that always shocks people when I tell. I'll let you think on it. Mine
PBR.
is, where?
PBR. Professional bull riding.
Where was it? Where?
I think he's talking about countries.
I'm talking about a city or country.
Oh.
But you're right. PBR too.
PBR.
rodeo.
Dude, there's a lot, bro. Brothers
Yeah,
love. Hey,
yeah.
brothers fuck with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I got family from West Virginia. They like that.
Yeah.
So the city I'm talking about for me was Lincoln, Nebraska. I was
Fuck
like,
Houston.
I was like, yo, is everybody
Houston's
on the football
not a
team?
surprise,
Like,
though.
I mean, it was
Well,
crazy.
I'm not from there, so I never been there. So
Yeah, Houston black.
Houston,
Yeah, Houston's
yeah,
black.
yeah.
Houston's
Houston black.
black.
Like, Houston ain't black. Houston black.
Houston
black.
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 But yeah, when I was in Lincoln, driving across the country, we go through Nebraska and stopped in Lincoln. I went to the store. I was at the gas station, at the stoplight. And I was like, is it a Million Man March this weekend? I didn't know about it. It was crazy.
Nah, they
It's
coming to
crazy.
support. We coming to support the team from the ends, bruh. You know?
Red Tape 73 said Japan has a black goalie named Suzuki. Really?
That's dope. I wish my name was Suzuki.
You could change it.
Yeah, you can.
Nah, I feel like I'm in too deep at this point.
Too deep.
Can't.
Oh, man. You can do anything you put your mind to. All right, we're going to end this on a sad note. We're going to talk about Chris Johnson, and we're going to play this video right now. Very sad news to wake up to yesterday. I was talking to Jamal about this. I woke up, first thing I saw on my Instagram was this, and I was just like, yo, what? And then when you see, like, he can't even speak right now, like, it's wild.
The
but
technology was crazy.
We're going to play this video right now. Whoops.
This is DMs. His DMs just got leaked.
One running back today, the general has spoken. Chris Johnson, you heard me?
I
Chris
wanna
Johnson,
get
one of the best.
somewhere where I can help them scout the running backs. Close the distance, you would have kept a good job.
What would you like for people to know?
I'm still me. ALS has changed what my body can do, but it hasn't changed who I am.
How do you process it?
At first you're in shock, then you realize you have two choices. You can give up or you can fight. I chose to fight.
Imagine being 39 years old, you have 4 kids and a wife, and your life is suddenly changed overnight.
Just over a year ago, I was picking up my 7-year-old daughter, so she made a wish with her birthday cake. Today, I couldn't do that.
Bad men don't exist, Lord. Evil men exist. I know good men don't exist, Lord. Righteous men exist.
Man, Chris Johnson.
That was rough, man. When I saw that, it just shocked me. I was like, because I mean, he was out of the public, eye.
Yeah.
And that interview was the first time you saw him. Yeah. And even with the interview, I was confused at first. I thought he was listening to. An interview that he had done, and I was surprised that number one, I was surprised at that technology. I mean, but I guess it's similar to AI. I guess how they work that, but it was surprising to hear his voice and to see him not moving. And
but to show that it was 9 months later,
9 months,
like that's
9 months,
just like literally overnight. Without any trauma happening.
So the technology, he's able to, it moves.
Yeah, with his
off of his eyes. And the voice is his actual voice.
Yes, that's
it's not
crazy.
AI. It's not AI.
I know.
So when he was diagnosed with ALS, he went and recorded his voice so that he would have that and he would be able to.
Yeah, it's
but now with that, you can put into AI and
that's
use
what I'm saying.
your
It's similar
voice
to AI.
to be able to say anything you want.
My Metas, when it talks to me, it's what's his name? Key and Peele.
Okay.
It's him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so it's crazy how they can do that. So in a way, I mean, it's a tragic situation, but in a way, it's his kids can still talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, that's wow.
But that shit.
Yeah, it was rough.
That made me tough, bro. That was one of this is like, I remember watching CJ play, bro. I remember like, bro, this dude is gifted. He's one of the best athletes I've seen. I wished I could run like that. I wish I could move like that. Yeah, bro. Especially like dealing with like injuries and everything that I've been dealing with over the last couple years. You know, I done had my days, you know.
Yeah.
I had my days where it's like, I'm like, bro, I'm pissed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed, bro. Like I feel like a true gift was taken from me. You know, the way I was able to move effortlessly without thinking about it, this game came completely natural to me. You know, and I don't know, bro. It kind of made me feel like a piece of shit almost, kind of, just for the simple fact of I'm sitting over here mad about disability. I could still get up and go play with my kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can still get up and go to the bathroom when I need to.
Yeah.
If I need help or I need somebody, I can yell and call out to them. I can talk to them. I can reach out. I can touch them. I can hold my kids.
Yeah.
Seeing that and seeing somebody who's just like, anytime I've ever seen him, he seemed like he was a really good dude, really good and genuine person. And just to see him go through that is scary, bro.
Yeah.
It's scary because it's like, you know what I mean? I just turned 35. You know what I mean? This happened to him when he was 39.
Yeah.
Just to understand that things like this can still be a possibility.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, bro, it just make me appreciate every day that I'm able to go to the gym, able to work out, able to grind. It makes me appreciate the sweat that I shed and the blood that I shed is that much more.
Yeah.
And bro, thoughts and prayers to him and his family, bro. I just absolutely cannot imagine, bro.
Well, you had said something earlier. You talked about perspective. And it's funny because just today, my wife and I, we were driving around and I was, you know, I've been upset. I didn't gain like, 7-8 pounds. And, in my mind, I look like Professor Clump, And I said, it's crazy how that little bit of something will make you feel a certain way. But then you look at another person who is head over heels because for the first time in their life, they looked at the scale and they're under 300 pounds.
Yeah.
So when you talk about perspective, it's like
Perspective,
sometimes perspective will kick you in the ass and say, what are you, come on, what are we doing here? You're really worried about some things that are not important, and you see something like that, and it really lets you understand that there are people with problems in this world that are far and beyond what it is that's ailing you on a day-to-day basis. So our frivolous little things that have us upset from one moment to the next, we need to put them behind us.
Yeah.
And just watching, like you posted that clip of all these people from all over the world talking about how amazing we were as Americans, and we step back and we realize, well, what makes us amazing is that we have the freedom to do these different things.
Yep.
With that freedom also is the freedom to appreciate the life that you have.
Yeah.
The life and the opportunities and the gift, just for me, my boys are grown. My son's driving around, got a kid in another city, grown adult, has his own job. And when I look at your little ones, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think you hit it on that nail earlier when you talked about perspective, and you look at something from the proper perspective. It makes us appreciate life, and that definitely was one of those situations.
Yeah, and I hope we all start appreciating life more. Especially in our country, right? We talk about it all the time with politics, right? Politics divides people that it shouldn't, right? Because we shouldn't care that much about people that don't care about us, right? And I have people delete me when Trump won, just because Trump won, and I'm, might have voted for him, and I'm white. One of our close friends, right?
I'm black.
Exactly. One of our, and we're cool now though, because it's like you get that perspective, and you realize, like, okay, the stuff we argue about every day does not matter. The things we are always worried about, like gaining a few pounds, right?
Yeah.
You have the ability to lose those pounds.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
Yep.
Some people are stuck bedridden and I mean, if you've ever you're coming off a lot of injuries recently where you've had to have surgery. Like if you hurt a hand, you realize how much, like, man, I can't move these two fingers. You realize how much you use those two fingers in everyday life.
Right.
Just appreciating those little things, the freedoms we have.
Yeah.
The fact that especially growing up in Vegas, bro, like there's a lot of racism in a lot of other places in our country that I didn't experience because I grew up in Vegas. Like I had my friends look like the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Like I had friends of every race, and I never thought about that. It just was, right?
Never thought of it.
We played basketball together. We did whatever, I just grew up like that. And we have to appreciate where we're at in life. God put us here for a reason, for this time and place for a reason. And I do think we as a society complain too much. We wake up with negative energy instead of positive energy. The first thing we do is go online, and we're mad because we're already watching these reels and news stories. But things like this, waking up to something like this, it's like, man, I don't feel like getting up today. I have to get up today because some people can't get up today.
Yeah, out of respect to that man, I gotta get up, bro. So
So everybody watching, man, please just encourage, be encouraged to do better. Even people that comment all the time, stupid stuff, like put that energy into something more positive. Like quit being so negative. We have the ability to do so much as humans, right? We could change so many more things than we do. And we just get stuck trying to be like the other person. And that's where most of the hate comes from, right? You're not happy with yourself because you're trying to imitate or trying to be what someone else is or what someone else is called to do.
Yeah.
We all have a calling and a purpose. Find that purpose, find that calling, and live it out.
But at the same time, you get to choose what that purpose and that calling is. You get to choose if that purpose or that calling is to hurt people, you know what I mean, or to uplift, to push, to motivate people, to try to lead the world just a little bit better than it was whenever you got here. Yeah, man, this is a tough one, bro. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me, bro. Yeah, bro. Just as an athlete, as somebody.
I was going to say that. Do you worry about that as an athlete, just with everything that could happen? I mean, you're a fighter. You're getting
so
hit.
Many different thoughts, bro, going through this whole process, bro. My legs ain't gonna. I'm never gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Or I might not be. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place now. And some days are bad. Some you have good days and you have bad days. Some days you be like, bro, I'm about to be stronger and better than I was before. And some days it's like, damn, bro. I'm not me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not who I was anymore. And bro, that's tough, bro. And you can see things like that, and they can't mess with you. Like we see Like even the whole thing like with Dustin Poirier and the thing that he got going on, like him struggling with finding that next part in that next chapter of life. You know what I mean? Granted, you know what I mean? Him choosing that, and some people are forced into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know what his situation is. He could be dealing with something that we don't know. That's forcing, that actually forced that decision also. But yeah, bro. Just pray for CJ, bro. Pray for him. Pray for his family. Pray for anybody going through these things that just bigger than any of this.
And you never know, life could turn like that, you know. So I mean, you have to.
I think that's what the most frightening part.
Because Shane said in the comments, it came out of nowhere. Chris felt weakness in his right hand, went to the doctor, and they gave him a year to live. So you're just feeling like something, like, man, something's not right. And all of a sudden you have this, you know what I'm saying? So,
which is a big. I think the biggest takeaway for us as in particular black men are to go to the doctor and get a checkup. You know what I mean?
I won't even say it's black man. I say it's man, period,
it's
bro.
man,
and we all need to.
Yeah, but there are a lot of ailments that we as black men have that early diagnosis is major for us. And since we don't have health care, since we don't go to the doctor like we're supposed to, it really, really affects. One of the biggest things that they say to us is that we are the absolute worst when it comes to all groups of men of getting to the doctors, regular checkups, and getting things.
Well, I need to quit being so black.
See,
I need to get
that's
to
what I'm saying. So
I
that's
need to
why,
get to
like,
the doctor
even that,
'cause I
like,
don't
bro,
go.
for me, even like addressing it in that way, but like calm my people. Like all my people, like whenever I think of that, I can't just center and focus on just that.
I wish
I'm
I didn't
thinking of
have
the
to,
health
but
and
that's
betterment
facts.
of all, and health and betterment. All, you know what I mean? Everybody views and sees things the way that they see it. But yeah, bro, just for everybody, bro, take care of your health, bro. Stay checking up, stay prayed up, and yeah, bro.
Eat better,
bro, tap
exercise,
in with one
walk.
another too, bro. Tap in, check on somebody on one another too. Like one of the hardest things about going through all of this also has been like, I ain't gonna get too far into that, but like certain shit ain't you know what I mean? It ain't like it used to be. But I appreciate anybody that showed me positive love, showed me positive energy. You know, like one guy that I didn't even expected it. Charlie, I keep forgetting what bro last year, Camel or Hunter. He fights out of Aljo's camp. He was on the contender series. He came in, bro. Like I was just sitting chilling, bro, and I was really in my own head.
Yeah.
And I ain't even forgetting I'm at my son was doing the workout or whatever, and then like I'm just in my own head. And he just came up to me like, hey, bro, you got this. You good. Keep working, bro. I see you. I mean, I see you grinding. I see you working. See you pushing through.
Yeah.
I know it's tough. You know what I'm saying? You good, bro. You got this, bro. You gonna kill it. I can't wait to see you back.
And it's crazy to get that from like somebody that you don't expect it from. Man, it's just like, wow, you know, because your circle got you. You know, your friends tell you. But when someone from the outside comes up and tells you something,
we've been around each other for a while,
man.
for a while now, because he's dealt with his injuries as well too. But it's like, that's why I love this game, bro. That's why I love the fight business, bro. Because regardless, the fan base, I'm gonna be real, and I'll keep saying it, y'all suck. Y'all talk, you know, the way how y'all are, how quick y'all switch up and flip up on people. You know what I'm saying? Is shitty. It's some of the shittiest shit that I've seen.
Well, they'll love you when you're on top, and they'll trash you when you're down.
It's good to, like I said, like no UFC fighter has ever disrespected me.
Yeah.
Camaraderie
No
strong.
UFC fighters ever disrespect me.
Yeah.
No UFC fighter has ever shitted on what I'm going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all go through the same
they all know.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing that like fans don't understand when they're watching these games. It's like, you know, you do understand that Draymond Green doesn't actually hate Wembanyama.
No.
They're just playing against each other. Like they don't, you know, but
It's the
fans
same
don't
thing
seem to
with
understand that.
Same this, bro. That's the main thing. The
and
Alex
I see with
Pereira,
you guys,
the
like,
Alex
God.
Pereira shit. The Alex
You guys
Pereira.
are actually fighting. Like, you know what I mean? So,
But they still respect it because it's like they're doing the same thing.
Yeah,
They're
the grind
training
is
the
the
same
grind.
way.
The grind is the grind, man.
Because we both understand, I think, and then it's also what it is too. We both understand that either one of us could lose.
Yes.
Going into this fight, it's like, bro, I want to win. I'm doing everything I can to win. I'm putting all my effort and everything in to win. But I understand that this might not happen. We both have this mutual understanding, and we still go in and give our best.
And you know, either one of you could actually get hurt and face real damage.
You get what I'm saying? Could walk in that and never be the same again when you walk back out. 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's an understanding and the respect that we have.
Yeah.
between each
and
other.
that fan that's passing
I wish
judgment
it
on you
was.
won't take the risk to go for that promotion.
Nah.
Yeah.
But you step in the ring every day and put your life at risk. That's something I tip my hat to.
Stay out of the comments too. But commenters do better. The commenters have to do better because you guys got me trying to go in the comments, and I'm like, I gotta train now because I want to fight some of these people. They get on my nerves.
That's one thing though. My people that was voting, they be ready. They go to war. They go to war for me. But it's all.
But listen, man, I appreciate you coming in, Coach. Make sure you. I mean, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Definitely talk about
back.
NBA
But we got some other stuff to tap in about.
Yeah. This is awesome,
sure.
man. I got to ask you some questions that I was always wondering about. You gave me a great perspective on it. I appreciate it.
And we'll be live here every Monday at 7 p.m. for sure, and then random days throughout the week. So make sure you tune in. Lock into the actual page because we're going to be switching over there to that YouTube page. It's the And What You Think podcast on YouTube. So we're gonna be switching there soon, sometime this summer. So once NFL kicks in, everything that we do is gonna be there. So
NFL season really our time to shine.
NFL Week 1, we are gonna be live. We're gonna have all the TVs here. We're gonna be reacting to the games live in the studio. We obviously can't have the games on the video, but if you want to watch with us,
I'm gonna need some help with some of my DraftKings lineups too. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the game. I'm trying to get paid out here, boy. I'm trying to get paid. We gonna mix it up about some lineups too, some strategies and whatnot.
He's still mad at me for that answer to the phone,
bro. He cost me $1 million. He literally cost me $1 million. We got it. Well, we gonna get it right this season.
Twice.
Like the video, share the video, hype the video. Love y'all. We'll talk to y'all.
Peace.